The agenda is stand approved as presented, and let's go ahead and open up the meeting. Kelly?
Henry County Commission, Henry County, Missouri, Thursday, August 14th, 2025, 17th day of the July term. The Henry County Commission met pursuant to adjournment of the courthouse in Clinton, Missouri. Those members present were Jim Stone, presiding Commissioner Jake Bradley, South District Commissioner Mark Larson, North District Commissioner Kelly Mayer, County Clerk. At 9 a.m., Commissioner Stone brought the meeting to order. The minutes from the Tuesday, August 12th, 2025 meeting were read. That date is incorrect. It should say August 19th. Meeting were read. Commissioner Larson made a motion to approve the minutes. Commissioner Bradley seconded the motion. Motion carried. Expenditures for the following departments were approved to be paid: employee benefits, senior citizen service tax fund, circuit clerk, buildings and grounds, and coroner. Commissioners reviewed a contract between the City of Urick and Henry County Collector Rick Watson. After review, Commissioner Larson made a motion to sign the contract between the City of Urick and Henry County to collect taxes on behalf of the City of Urick. Commissioner Bradley seconded the motion. Motion carried with a roll call vote. Bradley, yes. Stone, yes. Larson, yes. Brent King, Great River Associates, attended the commission meeting to present closeout documents for BRO 4230 Northwest 400 Road Bridge in White Oak Township. Brent King shared information regarding the next BRO project that is to begin in January 2026, BRO 4231 Southeast 91 Bridge in Clinton Township. Commissioners reviewed and approved senior citizens tax relief applications. Dennis Bowers, Road and Bridge Supervisor, attended the meeting and presented the commission with an email confirmation from MoDOT showing that the request for soft match monies for number 4850005 in the amount of $87,676.17 will be deposited. He then shared updates on projects at the Road and Bridge Department. Discussion was held about a location at the Road and Bridge lot for a storage container for the prosecutor's office. Sheriff Aaron Brown and Captain Michael Bellbrook attended the meeting to discuss the request for proposals that were opened on Tuesday. He shared the score sheet from the 3 RFPs that they had received. Pursuit Specialties scored a 9.03 out of 10. J5 Custom LLC scored a 5.65 out of 10. Smith's Mobile Farm Repair scored a 4.46 out of 10. Commissioners reviewed the score sheet and contract submitted by Sheriff Brown to contract with Pursuit Specialties for upfitting of Sheriff's Department vehicles. Blake Gibson with Pursuit Specialties attended the meeting to review the contract and introduce himself. After review and discussion, Commissioner Larson made a motion to accept and sign the contract with Pursuit Specialties for 1 year with an annual renewal. Commissioner Bradley seconded the motion. Motion carried with a roll call vote. Larson, yes. Bradley, yes. Stone, yes. There was discussion regarding evidence storage at the Sheriff's Office as well as storage for the Prosecuting Attorney's Office. Different options were discussed. At 11:05 a.m., Commissioner Larson made a motion to adjourn the meeting. Commissioner Bradley seconded the motion. Motion carried. I will fix that date real quick.
One error.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second that.
Motion been made and seconded to approve the minutes with one correction. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried.
Can I get a stamp on that, sir?
God dang it. Let's see. How'd the auction go yesterday?
Kelly?
Yeah,
We ended up with 32 properties. We sold all but 5.
really? I know
And most
some,
of them were over what taxes were owed.
they had a large crowd out there.
Yeah, we did.
When was that?
Like
Yesterday.
yesterday,
Dang, I
yesterday
forgot
morning.
about that too.
And they was full courtyard, right? Okay. That'd do that, right?
You got 'em. You got 'em both.
Is that right? Huh?
I thought they were stuck
Yeah, I
together.
did too. I thought, man, I must have forgot one. All right.
It's split up.
Is that right?
It's
Did
split
you
up.
check it? Yeah, I knew it's split out.
It's split between several different
I
lines.
just looked at the
It's not
one.
just one check.
Well, I was adding it up, and I thought, well, maybe I'll have to check it, but it's total. Don't know the right amount.
Like, see, some of the same bills are on this
Yeah.
one.
Oh,
It's just split between
Okay.
different.
different numbers.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Kelly sent that with it.
Pardon?
She sent that. She's part of it.
Oh,
think-
oops.
What? What happened?
Oh, I put, there's something on the bottom of there that we was gonna do later.
Yeah.
It's charged.
Got charged up.
Didn't have to this time.
Ought to be. Ought to be dressed.
Sorry about extra page.
Oh, that's the one thing I read. Oh.
Kelly, you want me?
Yeah, can I have that?
That's
Or it gets
okay.
shuffled away.
You what?
Yes, it belongs to me, thank you.
It was here last week too.
Yes. That's why it's in my stack, because it
Mm.
kinda got ignored last week.
They'll senior center, that's probably over your over there. I should just transfer it.
You gotta love this weather. It's supposed to be like this all next week, I think.
Next week too? Well, I was thinking it was supposed to end by the start of next week. I'll take it.
Yeah. Then go right into fall.
Yeah.
That'd be just fine.
Okay.
My guess is it'll scorch itself.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe a couple.
Yep.
That's all I have for now, so.
So we'll go ahead and
Wanna
do the, well, we'll go ahead and do the public comments. Who's first on the agenda? Chuck, you wanna go first?
Yeah, Chuck's first.
He's first. You're ready. You're up.
Good morning,
Good morning.
Jeff Thomas. I live north of town here. The question to me is about the Bill 190, about seniors getting to the point to where we actually own our property. I don't understand the argument over this issue, and here's why. My side of my opinion of this. Since the 1900s, this tax system that we currently reside and live in was supposed to be meant temporary. It was never meant to be a long-term solution. But to me, that has also created the environment of an entitlement to someone else's money to do something of a project or a pet peeve that politicians or a government or a group or anybody else they have. And I'm not saying they're wrong or they're incorrect, but what I am saying is, why is it that when I proceed to speak about these things, I get a question, and usually that question is, well, your generation owes the next younger generation. Well, my question has always been back to them is, when is my responsibility in for the next generation? And that generation is responsible for their own actions. If they do not do what they're supposed to do, I raised my kids and foster and many other kids, adopted many kids. When is it my responsibility to do someone else's job when I was not invited to the process of having children? Nobody gave me an invite. Nobody else asked me, but entitlement means that yes, I'm responsible for some other pet peeve or a project or, and I'm not saying they're not without a validity, but taking care of them, proceeding to give them food in the school or blah, blah, whatever process it is. But when is it my farm? When is it my property? Without the threat, and it is a threat no matter what people say, it is a threat. If I don't pay it, then my farm will be sold out here on the courthouse. So with a due threat of not paying something that someone else says I have to pay, when I did my job, when is it the next generation's turn? When will it end? If this was supposed to be temporary, all the taxes and the procedures surrounding the taxes, when is it? Someone needs to tell me, when is my farm, and my family's farm? When is it at the point to where I am no longer responsible, and those that should be held responsible, when is it? When will they be held accountable? And their place, because let's look at it. Yes, I'm getting up in age, but then so is everybody in this room. When will your sweat, your blood, your farm, your house, your things that you have sweated over, worked hard for, paid the taxes on it, whether you live, breathe, eat, it doesn't matter, it's taxed. I'm asking a simple question. Can this county start the process to make it temporary? as the Constitution has stated several times, and it warned us of this long process. It has warned us time and time again that if you establish this type of system, that there will be a sense of entitlement that will be born out of it. So I'm beseeching you, can we start this process here, locally? Bill 190 was passed, but yet this county has not processed it because somebody finds a loophole. And I'm not saying they're wrong for doing it, but there again, just because it's a loophole, but morally, is it correct? Is it right? Just because you can do something, is it really right to do it? Is it right to stagnantly sit by and set up roadblocks every step of the way of the Bill 190 that absolutely says that seniors should get a break? We've done our job. And I just don't want the threat of me not paying a tax that has been born out of some sense of an entitlement, whether through be a government agency or a group of people that have a pet peeve or a project that they think is righteous and good and high moral ground. It doesn't matter to me anymore. I'm done. I just want my farm to be mine. I want to be able to pay that thing off and be able to say that it's mine. I want the title in my hand. I don't want any threat of, well, we've got this project going on. We're going to do X with your money, and you owe us $100. And if you don't pay it, we're going to sell it, your property, because you failed to comply with our demands. To me, that's highway robbery. I don't care how you slice it. Anymore, I'm done. I'm done playing a game. Nobody can tell me, and I've asked it 1,000 times, when does it end? Because you're going to be next. You're going to be next on the chopping block. Every young person today, young parent that's striving and thriving and trying to make and do good with their families, they're going to be next in the chopping seat. And they're going to see how it feels to go through life. You work hard, you do right, you do everything possible, but yet someone is still sitting there with a handout saying, you owe me. And if you don't pay me, I'm going to sell your property or your car or your whatever on the chopping block for pennies on the dollar that will only make somebody else richer. To me, that's picking and winning, winners and losers. And to me, I do not think that our Constitution or the tax system should be in that business of picking, winning, and losers. If you're going to do that, then let's call it for what it is. Theft. I don't have any more words to say. I know I'm blunt. I know I rub people wrong. But you know what? I'm tired. I'm tired of having to constantly justify the words that I speak. Because everybody knows, if you have any history in the Constitution, I'm not here to teach. I'm here to make a plea. And I don't think I should. And that's what gripes me the most. I'm pleading for something that I should not have to plead for because it's mine. I worked for it. I went to combat. I did all the things that I thought because of love and country. Well, you know what? I'm done. And when I say I'm done, I don't mean I'm hating someone or I wish someone ill will. That means I'm just done. That means if someone keeps coming to you and they're wanting you to fix something for them because they made a bad choice. Well, what do? You say you're done and say, I wish you well. I tried my best. This tax system is exactly the reflection that I see of that type of entitlement mentality. So can we please release everyone when you get to a certain age that you should be able to sit back and enjoy what you've done and what you've achieved and what your goals have been, your dreams. And we should be able to pass it on to our next generation. That's what the whole big dream of America was built on. That's why the settlers did what they did. And it was that simple. It was supposed to be temporary. So can we, here in our small county, can we also establish that? Let's make this the reflection that is for the next generation. That at least they'll have hope when they get it up in their 60s or 70s or 80s. They'll be able to look across whatever they wanted in their dream and say, this is mine. Nobody can come and take this away or have a pet project or a pet peeve and say, we want to do this. You owe us. Give us $500. Give us $100. Give us $3.16 a month. To me, that's fair. So I'm pleading for all of us, not just me. I wish there was more here to make it so, but I think there is a lot of us. And maybe they couldn't be here, and that's okay too. But we need to do something, and we need to do it now. Now's the time. We wanted this. We wanted one night. We wanted someone to go up into the government and the state and say, no more property taxes. Ended. There's other resources, and to me, it's targeted. The only people that are paying this are property owners. Tell me that ain't targeted. Is our tax system really that mean and rude that they target a specific group of people to share the whole load of everybody else that doesn't own property? I don't know. I'm really confused about this. But they don't understand, even if you rent, you're going to pay because the owner of that property is not going to pay this bill. So their rent is going to go up. So it would also give them a break, and they just don't realize it. But it would give them a break as well. For those that really need a break. I know I need a break, and I need it desperately. Because when I live my life at my current age, and I'm going month to month, wondering if I'm going to make it. That's all I have, I think. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you hear me. I hope it makes something, but sometimes I know. Even from last night, it kind of fell on deaf ears. But to me, this is vital. This is the key to stop this.
Thank you. Thank you.
Jim, before we go any further, anybody, I think I might be able to save some of these people something. I saw this coming, so last night, and I want to give all of you one. For me to say it, I'm gonna get around and around and around. I know me. I'll rabbit trail down. So this is going to be easier for me to just say it or read it. Basically, I want to address the recent increase in debt service levies and how it affects our seniors and why we must act to amend Ordinance 2025-0529. This is about fairness, trust, and keeping the promise of genuine tax relief for Henry County seniors. When we passed the tax freeze ordinance in May, we included language in Section 9 that excluded debt service bond levies. At the time, we believed that exclusion was required, but we have learned since it is not. Now, with local school district raising its debt levy, seniors who thought their property taxes were frozen will see an increase. That undermines the very purpose of the freeze. The statute 137.1050 RSMO from SB 190/SB 756 does not require excluding debt levies. In fact, the bill's sponsor has said clearly the intent was to freeze all line item property taxes except the constitutionally required blind pension levy. Boone County has already taken steps to include debt levies, and their seniors are fully protected. If we do nothing, seniors here will face higher bills despite believing their taxes were capped. That breaks trust. By amending Section 9 to remove the debt levy exclusions, we can align our ordinance with the law's intents, right or wrong, and give our citizens the certainty that they deserve. I urge all three of us to act together on this. This is not partisan. It is about fairness, honesty, and keeping our word. Seniors on fixed incomes deserve the full relief they were promised. So I think that we need to amend the ordinance now. I will tell you, when I sat down and wrote this, I actually wrote an amendment to that ordinance. If you guys want to look at it, because this is something that I think needs to be done like pronto. I actually, Jim, Jake, if I need to, I will send you a link talking. It will show you where the state rep that wrote this, and you guys probably remember the name, that Dennis Ganal, the one I told you that was part of this tax relief program. They are in St. Louis County speaking to the commissioners up there, and they explained it very well. It will give you a better understanding of exactly how this was written, the intent of the way that it was written. Also, by us doing, if we decide, and like I said, I think we should sign this today, I think it would be a very good idea if, Kelly, if we were able to get this on the ballot. That way, what that's going to do, you can't get rid of something that you vote on a ballot unless you people vote it off. It also, and I'm just going to say this, it also takes a little bit of the liability, because there may be, I'm just going to tell you, there may be, but it takes us off the commission. What it does is it puts it on the public, which they're going to have a hard time going that route. So, like I said, I think that we should sign this. I mean, if somebody wants to change a little bit of the wording, I have no problem with it. I think it covers everything. It's kind of like the same one, the last one that I wrote. It's almost, but it just includes a few different things in it. But I think that definitely, if not, if you guys are not comfortable with this, then I think we definitely need to put it on the ballot and let the people decide this.
Sounds fair.
If you, yeah, I may have enough. Yeah, well, I got 3. If you guys are more than welcome. I've also got a resolution.
I got the same one.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
think if you just
Oh.
give it away, didn't you?
Oh, no. I actually, I've got it. I don't need Jim to.
No.
There, I did also write a resolution, and basically it's just, it clarifies what the commission's intent is. I mean, you guys can look at that. All it's basically doing is saying what we're doing and why we're doing it.
Understood.
It's not, and we probably don't even have to do that, but I wanted to make sure that I covered everything. I knew, like I said, I knew this was coming. I went to that meeting last night. I wasn't exactly, I still have some questions, but I don't have a dog in the fight other than you people. That's it. I mean, because it's not going to affect me one way or the other.
Well, we'd really like to know about the tax freeze for seniors, because you all have been dancing around this for a year and a half. And we need some kind of conclusion or resolution to know what we're gonna have to pay.
Right.
And I think the loophole is just an underhanded way to get around.
Won't disagree with you.
And if I can do the research online, I think all of the commissioners should have done their homework and done it online. And not be, whoa, we didn't know at the commission meeting.
It's all the information's out there. There's some of it that's a little harder to find, and honestly, you got to ask the right question. Is part of the issue. If you basically what you said is the reason it's hard to find some of this. This whole tax system, the way it's set up, is not for the people, obviously. But every time somebody tells me, and I hear somebody talk, Chuck, like you did, which I told you last night, I love it. That's me. That is me 100%. Problem is, it's everybody else out here. They want to complain after the fact. Instead of getting involved, knowing, like I was telling you, knowing who you're voting for, what do those people actually believe? That's where the issue lies. You need to be involved. I'm not saying you got 24/7, dig into this. I never did. I've said this 1,000 times. All I was doing was trying to run a business and raising my kids, making a living, thinking that the people I put there were going to do what's right. We had a man run for governor, and people poo-pooed him because he said, I'm going to get away from, we're going to get rid of personal property tax. And everybody's like, oh, well, then how the hell are we going to run the government? You know what? That's the government's problem, the way to figure that out. It's your money. It is your money. We all work for you. And it's time that the people out there realize, I work for you. I own a business. I got a life-size picture of one of my employees telling me how they're going to do something when I don't agree with it. Guess what? You're down the road. You're down the road. And like I said it last night, and I will say this, I probably shouldn't as a commissioner, but every one of those board members would be gone after pulling the stunt they did last night. Every one of them. But they won't be, because the people out here will not do what it takes to make that happen. That's the issue right there. You are 100% right. Everything starts local. All the crap that's going on at the Jefferson City, all of it that's going on in the federal government, guess where it started first? Right here.
I think for the first time after last night,
People are waking up.
realizing what's
Yes.
happening.
Yes.
The good old boy system's going to rally the wagons around those school board members. I don't think it's going to work this time. And I'm going to say something to you guys, which you might be surprised. I don't think this was your doing. I think that you guys did not know that the school board could create this loophole. And they have a superintendent over there that is the most deceitful person I've ever met on any type of educational system in my life. And he tried to spin that whole document, use those numbers to make everything appear as it was the same as last year. And he thought he was going to get that through without anyone knowing, and including, they would have blamed you guys or the assessor in the end until they were exposed. And we all showed up there last night to show that that superintendent did that. I actually thought the school board might not quite understand what was happening. It turns out in the end, they were all in on it. They were a part of it. That was a very orchestrated thing that they conducted last night. And they were hoping the blame would end up on you guys or Scott Large.
Yeah.
And they are the most dishonest people I've ever met. And I'm hoping that this county, the residents of Clinton, they got to get out there and vote every single one of those board members off of there. They need to get rid of that superintendent who sat there and lied multiple times last night. You guys were all witnesses. You saw. Mm-hmm. I had to call him out and say, no, you're lying about that. What's the real number? And then he had to go double back and say, okay, you're right. Yep, you're right. So for you guys, you actually are on the clear on this. You guys, I think, did your best job to pass that to where it was going to help the seniors and avoid this. It's that superintendent and those school board members that completely tried to deceive the community And had I not been given a heads up when I got back, I've been gone for 5 weeks out of the country. I come back Friday to a message. In a couple days, I had to learn about that really quick, and it was hard. It was hard to decipher what that superintendent was doing to deceive the people of this community. I gave the school board, I gave them the benefit of the doubt at first that maybe they didn't quite grasp it. I'm on the school board. It took me like a day and a half of constant reading to try to figure out what the hell he was doing. And it turns out every board member knew exactly what he was doing, and they were trying to shift the blame onto you guys in the end for the senior thing. They're trying to blame Scott Largen as the assessor, as the villain, hoping everyone thought the taxes was just going to be Scott Largen's problem and your problem. Those school board members, they got to go. And I'm talking to everybody out there in Clinton. The good old boy system's got to end, and you've got to hold these guys accountable. That was ridiculous what they did last night. And I know that's kind of going again apart from what we were doing here, but I will give you guys credit that this was not your doing. This was them.
Well, I think we need to talk about it a little more. Okay.
Jim, we don't have
Really,
time
you
to
got
talk.
a year and a half
Well,
to
guess-
do this.
But Jim, I just am now giving you credit for not
All
knowing
right,
this is
can-
going on.
can
You got a
you-
way to fix
All right,
it.
what do y'all want to do?
Can,
That's
well,
fine.
no,
No,
because Jim,
just go ahead.
honestly, if you've got questions, because here's the thing for me, you and I, we get along great. We get along great, but we have different viewpoints on a whole lot of things. And Jake and I get along good, but we have different viewpoints. So for me, my question is, if you're concerned about something, then let me know what you think you're concerned about, and then maybe I can address it, maybe I can't. If you've got a good reason where you think that we shouldn't proceed with this, I would rather hear it,
Okay,
and then we can talk about it. But I'm not into this. We'll talk about this later, and then talk about it later turns into a month. But that's what happened with SB 190 to begin with. And we're 6 to 7 months down the road. This SB 190 was brought up 2 weeks after I came in and Jake came in. We put it off for 6 months. Now we're on 2025 instead of 2024, and we look like idiots. I don't like looking like that. I don't have a problem talking about anything, but for me, this involves them, so they need to be aware of what we're talking about. They need to understand, they need to hear whatever things you think, whatever things Jake thinks, whatever I think. I got no problem putting it out here. I made it very clear. I'm not a big closed meeting or behind closed doors kind of guy.
Hey, Jim, I can help you out a little bit understand that they raised that debt level $650,000 more than it was last year, and they don't need anywhere near that amount of money. He said he's wanting to put a bunch of money away for a rainy day, taking that away from our residents. So if you pass this saying that at least the seniors will see that freeze and won't have to deal with that, trust me, they have hundreds of thousands of dollars more than they needed to begin with. So you can be assured, if you go along with this and pass this, you're not hurting the school at all. In fact, you're keeping them somewhat like a minuscule accountable for their mismanagement.
That honestly is part of my question, because it's obvious that school does not run their operation the way Jake, you and I would run our family or our business. If I put my business $400,000 behind the 8 ball, I'd be sweating bullets.
Well, they're getting 1.1 million more
From
this year,
right.
more than last year. If they truly need that money, they are the most incompetent budget management individuals I've ever heard of in my life. So it's either they're that incompetent, or they are lying and using all of this loophole to just fleece the residents of this Clinton school district.
Well, and honestly, last night, Chuck, like I told you, you made a very good point. I like I told you before you got here, I helped form that Clinton Youth Sports Program. So sports for me and my kids, we homeschooled. So that was my only outlet for the kids, and then playing ball and stuff up here. And I've always been sports oriented, even growing up. I think that's a major part in the kid's life. But if you're going to pump that kind of money into a baseball field or football field, or I mean, I honestly, I've never been at Clinton High School. I got no idea what's in there, but I do know where they stand scholastically, and it's very simple and easy to look up. And if the first thing everybody needs to understand is just because you throw a lot of money at a school, it's already been proven the more money you throw at a school, the less your kids learn. That's already proven. So it seems to me if I'm going to get on board, and I'm not one of them, but if I'm you all and I'm going to get on board to be spending all this money at that school, my scholastic side better take off. Because I can tell you, if they're wasting money on that football, I asked this years ago when I was coaching. How many flags hang in Clinton in the gymnasium where they were conference champs or state champs or this or that? Because unless I missed something, and like I said, I haven't been in there in a few years, there's not one. So you're throwing money at something that's not doing you any good. And I know people are going, oh, he's talking bad about the sports programming. No, I'm not.
No, it comes back to
I'm
the
not.
It comes back to that good old boy system where they create this debt to create these new constructions, and then they hire certain individuals that are in the good old boy club. This is how it all works.
And to me, the whole thing was, and he was caught last night, and he was, because he was trying to use this loophole they found to pay the teachers. Well, come to find out, he had to backtrack that.
Yeah, you can't
Because
use it.
Yeah, it says right there, 0 teachers. And then
He wasn't trying to use the money for that. He was
No.
trying to pull at the heartstrings of the
Right,
He was
exactly.
getting you
And
to look
say,
over here and not pay
And
attention.
the teachers that were there, they were mad at him because he was using that. But then they show up and realize they're not going to get a pay raise out of this.
No.
It affects them not. They get nothing. But yet he kept saying and repeating, we need to elevate the teachers to a good pay raise. But it has nothing to do with it.
No. Now I will put out there, and I have said this. I've said this at Calhoun. I've said it at just about every school out there. I'm not a fan of public schools. Everybody needs to know that right up front.
Yes.
I wouldn't put my kid in a public school to save their life. I've got grandkids that are being homeschooled. My kids are being homeschooled. I think the whole thing needs to be shut down and started over.
Yes.
But I do believe that the teachers, I don't care where you go, are underpaid.
Yes.
For what they have to put up with. But if you notice, the superintendent is paid almost 3 times more.
Yes.
And I'm trying to figure out why. Because I sure wish we were paid 3 times more than some other people. Not really, but it's like anything else. That school is nothing but a business. Well, you only get good people when you pay them well. Not against, like I'm saying, nothing against the teachers in Clinton. But I bet you, if you paid them well, they'd do a better job too.
Yes.
Because they'd feel like they were appreciated. And that's not just Clinton. That's Windsor. That's Calhoun. That's all of them. That's any business. You pay people good money, they feel appreciated. They work. They do the extra. They do whatever. When you're not,
But when they're being manipulated,
right?
And being used as a root for the truth, and the truth is, it was just a slush fund. I wish I had a slush fund, and I don't, because of things like this.
If I understand this right, if you guys sign this or pass it today, all this does is put it on the ballot for the voters to vote on.
Either way. What I want to do is I want us to sign this. That way it starts immediately. But it's no different than when we passed that SB 190 and Mike went and got all these votes or petitions. Okay, because what that does, we can at any given moment we can sit up here and go, you know what, we're going to get rid of SB 190. And there's
Yeah,
nothing
and he's
anybody
just
can do.
changing,
We can pull it like that.
the only section he's
What
changing.
that does, taking it to the vote, is it's not us. Now,
See, I
it
couldn't
takes
find
all the onus off of us, which is a good thing, puts it on the people. But it's basically the same thing. I would like to do both.
The
That's
thing
what
is,
I'm like.
now
But you've
I'll
already
get
went with all the rest of
I'll
them.
have to read all the
The library's
signatures on
already there, so why not?
the form.
But also could we include it if it's gonna go to pay
I ain't got an opinion on this,
Could
but
be also.
Jake, to answer your question,
That's
I
something
only
different.
see that
Can we
Yeah.
get a petition? to
he's
go?
just removing the
They
levies,
do get
what it
audited
states.
and
Here,
all
let me
they
just
do
print it off,
for
and then you can
audits
look at
is
it and see
they ensure they're
exactly
not
what he's
including
changing
something
from the
fraudulent.
original.
Oh, thank you. That'd be
Investment
great.
Stuff like that. It
You just want
doesn't-
that page
doesn't
where
do
it
that
shows what
for-
he's wanting to
Yeah.
change.
It's
Yeah,
in
yeah.
line. It's in line.
It's 9.
Yeah.
I couldn't find it.
by money
Yeah.
in a way that's.
I got it right here, no worries.
See ya.
So the audit just makes sure they're not
Sure will.
stealing money.
I mean,
So the public has to be the
Regardless
one
of that
that looks at the budget and says.
implications
Sure.
in one way or another.
Sure.
That's what way
Like
we
8,000
go.
for Chromebooks again.
So where I'm a little confused at, and I think you answered the Dennis, but I got to talk to Kelly. If we vote this through, do you still want it on the ballot?
I would, because then honestly, what that does, that takes us out.
Okay,
And
that's the part I missed that you was
Yeah,
talking about.
I'll just,
So
that's our safeguard.
So the
Yeah,
petition,
that's our safeguard.
the
I mean,
petition,
being brutally honest.
that petition I put together, I'll have to have it reworded. I'll have to redo the signatures to include the loophole that the school has manipulated.
Cause you'll be changing the ballot.
Yeah,
language.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
So now I've got to do a lot more work.
We
And
got nothing else going on.
please. I have no idea.
I told it to print, I don't know what it's doing.
You
It's
still
thinking
got
about
pick
it, I
up
guess.
600. You still got dirt.
Does that
You pick
affect?
it up out of
Oh,
the
that's
600.
what they told us.
Will that
Yeah,
affect?
and then they called me yesterday and said,
Your office?
oh, we got
and how
an 3
things?
cents.
Yeah, I guess
They won't
the guy
affect.
down there that.
No, it won't
you
affect anything
have to
to the tax
drive
levy setting process
Call
because
them.
everybody else will still be paying it. So they still have to set the tax.
We're out there
service levy.
today.
They
Okay.
still have to set their tax levies. It's just now, if you guys, pardon me, sign this, then that'll just exclude that portion of the levy like everything else, instead of pulling that little one out.
He double spoke back and forth.
Okay.
It'll just include that too.
Okay.
It says it's receiving data.
Which,
So he didn't say that last night.
when we originally did it, we was gonna freeze just ones we could freeze.
The blind and, well, the debt levy.
Those two, yes.
Yeah.
He did after.
I'm trying.
You're fine, Kelly. I'm just trying to remember
I
off
don't know what's
memory
going on
here.
over here.
So
What else was there? The,
That was the only two exclusions.
The only two.
Well, besides new construction and new voter approved levies and annexation, but as far as like what we couldn't touch, it was state. It says the credit authorized herein shall extend to the following ad valorem levies:
well, they had to.
state blind pension fund, levies related to any and all voter approved bond indebtedness from any taxing entity. And then it starts another bullet point, new construction. And then it gives, the reasons that new construction are.
okay.
Here, I'm passing it down.
Will this,
Mark, do you need it too?
will this affect any of the applications we've already received?
No, in his ordinance here, it addresses that this amendment shall apply to tax bills for the 2025 and thereafter. Because of that statement there, and that's when we were beginning, I believe that would apply to all of those. I mean, there's no defining what we're freezing on any of the applications.
Okay.
So I don't believe that,
Well, that's,
I'm no attorney, or I don't really have an opinion, but I think he covers that when he says tax bills for the 2025 year and thereafter. Jim, it gave me one. It says it's printing pages.
Yeah,
it's like yesterday, or Monday.
all day.
All day, man.
It was. On this tax freeze that you all passed, why do we have to refile every year? If we're still in the same,
It's not really a refiling. You don't have to do the same process that you did initially. Basically, what they're going to do is send you a postcard and say, has anything changed? And you either say yes or no. And that's so that they can keep up with if you sell your house, if somebody else is now the owner, if you've moved, if something like that. It's not the whole application process again. They'll send a little postcard and you'll just, nothing's changed, and send it back in.
Say they've been trying to simplify it.
No, you don't have to. As far as I know, the plan, he is also sticking that in his envelopes when he mails out his tax bills, explaining how that works. I can't speak for the notary. I think that was a question he brought up here last week.
He was acting like
He wasn't a
He
big
didn't
fan of
really want
it,
to favor
so I don't think
that
we're gonna
notary,
work
so I don't think that's gonna be, I think you're
We're
gonna
gonna
see
have
a
to get
postcard.
it for us.
Yeah.
The next year.
There's the other one.
You want that one? Oh, let me read it.
yeah, go ahead.
Thank you.
I think
The only one we're changing is
The only thing that I see
is the
that
one.
he's changing is section 9, deleting any
See, I was trying
clause
to pull all this from
excluding
memory.
levies
That
related
was,
to
I was drawing some blanks.
all voter and fund indebtedness.
Deleting that.
Delete that line.
Which line?
Levies related to any and
Yeah.
all voter approved bond
Okay.
indebtedness from any tax. That's what Mark's ordinance says.
Okay.
And inserting, the property tax credit shall apply to the eligible taxpayers' total real property tax liability from all entities levying a property tax on the homestead, except the statewide. So, okay, so the statewide pension fund is already mentioned in there.
Well, see, it's already levies related to any and all the voter approved bond indemnities from any tax.
That's what they're
entity.
wanting to remove. And leave the blind pension fund, right?
That's it, just to leave it.
Yeah, we have to leave that.
So are you wanting to remove both? I'm just thinking about the way that it's laid out.
Yeah.
And
That's
then
what
the
I'm
way
thinking.
that,
Kelly, if you honestly, because you know what my intent is.
yeah, I can see what it is.
If you think it would read better, should take that other the part above that about the blind pension fund.
Mhm.
That way it's not redundant. Then I'm good with that.
I don't personally see an issue. I think it'd be a
I
Well,
think that,
good thing to do myself.
You can't do the blind pitch, the way I
Right.
understand. But
Right. Can't touch
accordingly, we may need to do it. I don't know if we want to do it. We're in the situation now. It doesn't matter. I mean, we're doing stuff. Really, we haven't.
We knew there would be adjustments that would have to be made
Yeah.
going forward when we pass it. I remember
Well,
us
that's
talking
my
about
part of
that.
the whole said that one time. Some of that is we're doing stuff that we're not really until it goes to court and find out.
Well, I will, once, like I said, I'll send both of you that, whatever, the video or whatever. That state rep said, and he is a lawyer, he said that if it ever goes to court and any county had an issue with it, he would come and represent, basically. And because apparently in a lawsuit, when they write a bill, if they get called in, whatever their intent was, is the way the judge goes. And his intent was to get rid of everything except for that blind.
That's the only one.
Yeah.
I gotta
Yeah.
keep reminding myself that.
Yeah, because that's a constitution. You can't do anything with that.
As long as the wording works.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Kelly's probably right with that. That may be a. I put it in there because I wanted to make sure that when it said that getting rid
We're
of,
gonna have to.
did they knew.
Do you have this like email, like,
I can send it to you.
could you, so I don't have to like reinvent the wheel, but we can fix that section?
Yep, yep.
And if this is something that you're wanting to do today, if you, I mean, then if you get it to me, I'll try to fix it before we get out of session today. Am I reading this right? Notwithstanding the date on which any taxing entity certified or adopted a levy prior to the amendment's passage. So that would be prior to this passage.
Right.
But then in the next line, it says the county collector and assessor are directed to apply the senior property tax credit accordingly, inclusive of debt service levy set for the 2025 year. And I mean, playing devil's advocate here. I'm not questioning, or it says date, notwithstanding the date on which any taxing entity certified or adopted a levy prior to this amendment's passage. So if we're just amending this today, and the again,
No, I know what you're getting ready to
school
say.
district
Because I was
passed their
thinking they passed
levy
it last
yesterday.
yesterday.
Right. That's right.
That was my dilemma. I
Okay.
wasn't
You're gonna be-
100% sure how that would.
Because that's not what.
I'm not an attorney. I'm just bringing up the question.
No, because somebody else brought it up to me this morning before I left.
I don't think that just as someone who's in the middle of the levy process, that levy is their certified levy for 2025.
Right.
So regardless, they're going to be paying that levy. We cannot retroactively say, oh, well,
No.
you got 2024's levy. And in reading this little blurb of this statement, that's what I was concerned about. Is
Mhm.
a misunderstanding, not really what it said. It's got to be one way or the other. It can't be.
Well, you go to court, it'll have to be one.
Right, because see, they're adopting their tax levies right now.
Yeah.
So regardless of what they set that at, they set it at what they set it at last night. That's the 2025 tax levy. I mean, your hands are tied there. You can't say, well, all but Clinton's 2025.
Can't do it.
You know what I mean? Am I making sense?
No, yeah.
Okay.
But that brings us all back to the question of making it 2024 rates to begin with. And if you guys do that, problem fixed. And too bad if Rick has to do a lot more work to get that all set up.
The backside's hurt, I gotta stand for a while.
Not to change gears, guys, but we have a
Right.
public levy,
Yeah.
hearing for our tax levy setting at 10 o'clock and it's 10:05.
Yep, we need to go ahead and do that right quick.
We could come back to this when we're
Yeah.
done, but I think we
All right.
publish it at 10 o'clock, so we need to do it at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
Kelly, she's going to send that
Perfect.
to you.
So
And I'm just putting this out here. This is a notice of our public hearing in case anybody wants to see it. It has our tax levy information on it. I think we've already discussed this, but I'm going to make each of you a copy so that you have it.
Wow, that hits the tax increase.
Kelly, do I need to run that handful of stuff down here?
It gets what?
Would you mind?
I need to get it in your
Yeah.
system for the next one.
You can give it to
All
me.
right.
Yeah.
Who's this? I didn't see it.
I had it.
Huh?
So what we're setting today is the senior citizen service tax levy and our general revenue levy for the county. I know,
Is there any,
we've already discussed this.
is there any projected dollar amount for what the senior cash flow can expect?
It's on that page right there.
Total amount that I missed?
Yes,
So
sir, it's on the
everyone-
bottom page. So this is what's called our pro forma. This is what we certify to the state.
That's a toughest.
It shows you the previous year tax rate ceiling. If we want to look at general revenue first, we'll do this one at a time.
Yep. Let's go ahead and do general. All right.
So our previous year tax rate ceiling was 0.2128. Our current year tax rate ceiling was 0.2019 because of the 7.4% inflation rate in the county
Mhm.
for assessed valuations. Because we have a sales tax, we have to do a 50% sales tax reduction of our levy. So that drops that down to 0.0142 for the county, where we will estimate to collect $78,367 in the year for the year 2025. Again, we're a
Then
little
we're a lot
different.
dropping it.
Yeah, it's dropping pretty good.
Yeah.
We're a lot different because we have to do that 50% sales tax reduction.
Yep. Okay.
That others don't have to. So we're getting our tax money through sales tax, so we're not also going to tax our residents the full amount. So.
Okay.
If you want to see how that was calculated, let me give you a copy of this too.
Yeah, that's probably the good one. It's quite a process.
And you can kind of see this one. I should have given you this one to begin with. This one shows you the last 2 years' history, so you can kind of see where we were at. The bottom number is the sales tax that we are projecting to collect the percentage, and this was what it was last year, and this is what it was in the year before. So you can see it's continuing to decline because of the assessed valuation raise. We cut what we are actually collecting in about half. So.
Set one of these out there so they can look at it. That way they'll have everything if they want to figure it and look at it. It's a good deal.
This is just
Then
how
you know we're not
we
going
figure our
going down. That's the reason why sales tax is.
reduction due to the sales tax.
Yep.
We need to get some businesses in here.
Huh?
We need to get some businesses in here.
So,
Well, you aren't going to get them without. You got to get some other things. I get things lined out. So
it's kind of easier to see
I'll agree.
where we were at on this one then.
Yeah. Did you like one of them out there?
Dennis took them out
Oh.
there, I think. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I'll answer any questions that I have. I mean, it's pretty cut and dry.
Yep.
We're not.
If we revise that line that Mark is talking about, is that gonna affect this any?
No, this is, that's not gonna hit us at all. The schools are the only ones who have debt service levies.
Okay.
That's wrong. It's not just schools. Mainly schools are the ones who use debt service levies. I apologize. I think there's some fire departments that are
Fire
eligible.
departments,
There's a
yeah.
couple,
Yeah,
but
fire
mainly
departments.
schools.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Clear as mud, Chuck.
Yes, ma'am.
Alright,
Give me just a second to catch up here, and then we can
yep, better make a
ask
motion.
questions or motion, whatever.
Yeah, maybe.
This was
I
my
love
first year doing the process. I'm proud of myself. It was a little intimidating.
It always intrigues me how to calculate all that. Tell you what, first year I looked for it. Good grief.
Yeah,
It's a quite a process.
That's kind of where I'm at right
Huh?
now. Mark's seen it, you've seen it. I'm
Yeah, we
wrapping my mind around it. Now you
road
did this.
district
That's what's
did
gonna
this.
Well,
I hate it.
this one kind of helps at least
Yeah.
put it in a picture
Right,
where.
does.
Let you see what we
Oh,
got.
okay, I see what we did last year, so that makes sense. We're still dropping, I mean, we're pretty darn low. So, but that's good. That means our sales tax
Yeah.
is doing well,
Okay.
which means it's not just our community paying our taxes, it's everybody that comes around.
Right.
Of course.
Y'all want to talk? If you could, step outside the door just a minute. All right, are we ready? So I entertain a motion. Y'all looked at it?
If you have any questions, I'll try my
Anybody
best.
questions?
Nope.
I'll make a motion to, how should we word this? Accept the,
No.
Set the 2025 Henry County
Okay.
General Revenue
Tax
Tax
to be
Levy
levied.
at
should let you do this.
Thank you.
2025
Henry County.
Okay.
Henry County
Tax
tax
levy,
levy,
.0142
there it is, .0142
for the ensuing
for the what?
year.
For the suing year?
2025.
For the suing year? Okay.
Okay,
I'll
motion been
second
made.
yours.
Mine's gonna be
Who's gonna make
I'll
the mo-
second it.
Motion been made and second to accept new tax levy for 2025 to be .0142 for the county. With that being said, voice roll call. Mark?
Yes.
Jake?
Yes.
Jim, yes. Motion carried.
Let me,
You only sign this one, again.
yep. No. This is the original.
That's what I was thinking.
Give me just a second to catch up with my roll call votes and then we'll
Okay.
move to the next one.
Hey Jake, I got empathy for you. That stuff is complicated to have to spout the exact right word.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I gotta ask Kelly because,
I know.
yeah,
I'm sitting here thinking, yeah, I would have fumbled that up myself.
I almost need to print it out in front of you a little bit here, but we made it through it.
Okay, the next one is the Senior Citizen Service Tax Fund. I think they call it that just to be a tongue twister. I met with them last week. Explained the Hancock amendments and how they have to roll back. They don't have the same 50% sales tax. They don't collect the sales tax, so they don't have any exclusions from that. So their prior rate was 0.0417, and their current tax rate suggested is 0.0396. The estimated revenue for them is going to be $218,071 for the year 25. They were good with that. Obviously, we have enough seniors in the area that they use their money wisely. They're trying to use more money wisely right now. They are working with churches to install electronic handicap doors, which is great. I think they are very efficient with their with their expenditures. So, those numbers that I just told you are on this document right
Oh,
here,
thank
down at the bottom. I don't have a sheet like the other one because they don't have that 50% sales tax rollback.
Okay, discussion, anything on? Don't want.
I don't.
Mm-mm.
They're entertaining a motion.
I'll make a motion that we accept senior citizen service fund at 0.0396.
I'll second that.
Motion been made and seconded to accept the senior service tax levy for 2025 to be 0.0396. That being said, voice roll call, Mark,
Yes.
Jake,
Yes.
Jim, yes, motion carried.
Any more questions from anybody?
Tax levy questions, anybody?
Perfect. We will consider that the end of our tax levy.
Okay. Man,
My first one. Well, my first one I've done from the beginning.
yeah,
Not my first one I've ever
had to
ended.
do it.
I think your red folder was in that stack that you took downstairs from me.
That's okay, I'll get it sometime.
There was a check in there for the fire department for your.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mhm. Done.
All done. All done with that part anyways.
These two.
Y'all are gonna have to excuse me. I need to.
Me too, to be honest with you. That's dancing pretty good for a while. Yep. I'm gonna run trash.
Okay.
already know.
I'll lay your tickets on your desk. Put your dad on
I can't put my name on them. I gotta put Hunter's name on it or I'll never win. That kid is the luckiest kid. Did you say Wendy was gonna email that?
I just told her again, pretty quick, please.
I've not received it yet, but, and I'm not pressuring you, Wendy, if you're listening.
Just say if we, I don't know, if a couple more days would hurt it or not, but we could do it first thing Thursday if she's not able to get it to her. You know,
Well, she should be sitting in the office. Normally she's sitting in there watching these, but I don't know what they got bidden today. So.
Mark, can you clarify a question? If the one funds constitution,
Mhm.
what is the bond? Is that constitutional? exempt? No. Why has it been viewed as exempt? Up until now?
I'm just going to give you my thought because I'm not 100% sure. I think because it was set by somebody else. I mean, they are kind of the same thing as the township. We don't really have control of the township because they set their own levy.
see, they'd like coffee.
But we can.
I'll get back over there.
I know that feeling.
Yeah.
They should spell it out.
No, thank you.
That would have gotten rid of the
However, I am gonna go to the restroom.
Okay.
two things that they have control. And it said specifically in the bill, everything.
Well, honestly, I don't think the bill was written with townships in mind. I think it was written, because it was written for the counties to enter. And whoever wrote, the guy that wrote it, probably didn't take into account some of these counties are townships.
Not township. And that's the biggest tax issue, any site. 20,
Oh, yeah.
the other taxes, I know.
Coming over here this morning, it's the first time I've seen any construction in high school. In a couple of weeks, they're going big guns today.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure. Do you know who's doing the work over there?
Over where?
The general? Over at, the school?
At the high school?
Yeah.
Do it right.
Well, they're doing the excavation. You're doing the excavation.
Yeah, I don't know who's doing the rest.
I just wondered who's the general. I didn't know if it was Jeff or
Let's see what
not.
Dennis has.
Who's over there? Who
Okay, Dennis.
Not sure.
Just quick, still working on the bridge on West Division. The rock that's held us up out there, but the drill that we bought has really made it speed up some. Otherwise, we've been putting in culverts and picking up the dirt. I was notified yesterday, Jake, that Fairview is going to want us week after next to do all their dirt work.
Okay.
So, and they got 2 pipes to put in, and they'll be ready for you to look at them.
Perfect.
So, you got anything for me, Mark? Jake?
Do you got any of the bottle patch left? You plan on getting any here soon? Okay.
You don't want anything
What do
else?
you got?
Well, they're on Division Road heading to CCA right there in the curve. There's a puddle about
That's
that.
MoDOT.
In the curve?
Yep, because they go all the way back to that fence line that goes down.
Okay.
But if I find some, I'll take care of it for them
Okay.
because they was nice to me the other day.
Well, that's all. You're
I
all
didn't
kind
realize that was
of kids
MoDOT's.
made up, huh?
Yeah, that outer road that used to go down to the lake there,
Yeah.
that used to be MoDOT's road.
So
They used to be old 18.
they've just maintained that part. Where does it switch over to us?
Right there, as you come out the curve.
Okay. So
Unless they've signed some agreements somewhere down the road that's turned that back over to county.
I didn't know, just because there's a couple places that need patches I've talked to Bob about.
But if I get time and I find some of that stuff, I'll take care of it.
Great. There's one right there at the approach into 18.
Now we know that's MoDOT.
I know that's MoDOT. That's
Jim, you got
where
anything?
the help.
Kelly, you got anything? You guys have one?
All right.
See you guys.
Okay, back to our Senate
Did
Bill
he say
1.
he's still drilling pilings? Did he say he's still drilling pilings?
It's still drilling.
Y'all asked me earlier today, asked me what I thought my thinking was. I'll be glad to tell you my thinking. It's kind of like when I first heard it, one of the things I said, what can we do if we have authority to do? Well, the authority we have is over two things, and you've seen them today, the tax levy for the county and the tax levy for the senior citizens. That's the only two that the commission actually has the authority to do, according to state statute, what they tell me. Now, maybe we don't, but now if it depends on the size of the county, yes, you do have the authority. It's more. But in our case, that's only two, and that's what I always hung up whenever we was talking about the Senate Bill 190, because our biggest hang up was what you do, and some of that between before the previous as some of the hang-ups that was talked about. And that was when we was talking about it, just like us, I was ready and everything was ready. I thought we was gonna go and we was freeze back when it first started. Freeze the senior tax board and the county levy. And that's only two that we really have the authority to do. Now the rest of it, you have to wait till it goes to court. And that's what they told us, and that's what'll happen someday. Now where we end up there, don't know, but that's my whole hang up on this whole Senate Bill 190. And believe me, whether y'all know it or not, I happen to be a senior too, and probably older than several. But anyway, I'm not against it. I just want to make sure what we're doing is the right thing. I can't help it. That's for the county's part. Just like us, we have to back up what we're saying. Just like we go to talking about doing everything, just like the school. We had no authority on setting anything on the school bill or doing anything. Bonds, we have nothing on that. Yes, they come in and talk or whatever if they're going to do something, but that's about it. And just like the cities and stuff like that. That's my problem whenever we go to doing stuff, and I know I'm voting on something that I really have no say so on it, other than just talk. And that's where I stand, and I wasn't trying to be mean, I never was, and just like when they came in, I was ready to do the Senate Bill 190 right then, because I thought we had it done before the end of the year, and then everything else happened. No, they didn't want to do it. So that's where it fell through, and that's where it started. And then since then, we've been working on it. And I guess I'm letting Mark, he's more in the lead on my Senate Bill 190, so I just let him go. And Bruce, you can isn't that the way I always felt when it was? Because we got two parts of this whole budget that we have control of. The senior citizen and the Henry County tax levy. And our Henry County tax levy has been going down, and it was down to zero here a a couple of 3 years ago. We have 1 year that was zero, but now we're sitting in good shape there. And we have been dropping that to the seniors every year. And just like Eric, because if you freeze it, it's always going down. It's not going anywhere until it goes up. But that's where it was at one time. So that part of it, we're trying to do what we was set up, elected to do. Now, where we go past that is when we go over separate bounds, and where we end up, I don't know. That's where I'll leave it that way. I'm not against it. I'm not going to fight the commission. If Jake and Mark both believe in that, that's fine. That's where it's just a difference in opinion. And Mark and I, we disagree, and I'll argue with him, but I can't help it. I got my own thoughts about what we can do, and that's it. Now, if somebody can tell me that I have got the authority to do that, I'll be glad to step up and get into it and say exactly what I think.
Senate Bill 190 gave you the authority to do it.
Well,
There you have it.
not in a class 3 county,
And what county?
class 3.
So
We're
who
a class
told you
3.
this?
Huh?
Where did you get that information?
I guess
You
it's,
said they told you, and I wonder who they is.
well, the county, actually the
Mac,
Mac down there,
That's-
Mac's where it
that's-
started.
that's
Because
the-
we're a class 3 county. We're
that's
not,
the issue.
there's a class 2 and a
That was
class
the issue.
1. And each county has a lot different.
Is
Missouri
Max an attorney
Association
or a
Commission,
legislator?
and they are the
It's a
most liberal
Missouri Association of
association
Counties.
I've ever seen in my entire
Oh,
life.
state
Is
of
it an
Missouri.
attorney or a representative?
Well,
or-
they have an attorney working for them all the time. And we'll be glad to, we can go track, but I don't want to go there because that's already been talked about. Where we're at now, we've already accepted it, so we got to figure out if that's what we want to do, change it. So be it. And you can always amend it again. So that's kind of where it's at. Because like I said, one of the things there really didn't stop the schools from running a bond. The way I understand, they can still do that.
They could run a bond, but they play hell getting it
Well,
passed. After what they just pulled,
Yeah.
I'd be willing to bet that the schools don't pass another bond for the next 10 years.
Well, then it comes back to the same thing what we talked about. Are we growing or are we going up?
Well,
That's where it's at. And I'm not,
a
don't
bond
get
for
me
a
wrong,
school
I
is
don't
not
want
gonna
to
make
get
this
in a big
county grow.
argument about it because everybody has their own opinions on what we're doing. But I can't help it. We need to progress and then move on. And to me, it's a simple little deal that's what it takes, and fine. And I don't know where it'll end up, but that's where we're at. And I can't help it. That's the way I feel about it. I've always felt that way, and I'm not trying to be mean about it or anything. I'm just like us. I can
Well,
disagree.
You won't know where it ends up till it gets started.
That's right. And I'm not against all that. If that's what it takes, so be it.
Jim, you told us about how the history of it went with your thought
Yes,
process
yes.
over a year and a half.
Yep.
You weren't sure about how you could go about it. But when people are passionate about getting something done for the people, or passionate about getting their own personal things done, they go full force and they look into it, and they even hire lawyers and pay them really fast to get it done. And I know you are capable of that because you did it with the solar panel.
Tell you what, I
When you
would.
were passionate about that, you went full force, made sure it got shoved through in a couple months before January when those two came in. And you made sure you paid whatever amount you had to the lawyer to get the information you needed as quick as possible. And when it comes to this situation, you just sat on it for a year and a half and didn't really put a lot of passion or were persistent about figuring it out.
I'll tell you what, when you was gonna have it on the ballot, I was all in for that. Hey,
I know, but
I
tell
thought
us
that was a
about
great deal.
why you're
Fine.
not
Let the
passionate
people
about
decide
this.
if that's the case
Why
on the ballot.
why the motivation for the solar panel company and not the people that you are supposed to be represented.
Let's don't get into that
I know
right
you
now.
don't want to get into
No,
it.
I'm not gonna get into it right now. Now, we're discussing this and that's where we're at. And y'all asked me that, I told it, and that's enough. That's where I'm at, okay? Now, wherever y'all want.
Kelly wanted
I
to
am
bring up.
I am currently.
Did you get it
I
to
said,
you?
I'm not here. You don't
No,
have
she
to.
didn't. So I'm just starting over. It could be hung up in Cyberland.
Okay.
Let's not blame Wendy.
It's a good possibility.
All right.
Link hadn't gotten those.
If I'm saying this so I understand, so then this particular issue may be where your opinion is, you're not sure where the legal side for this 190 to drop it and to give the seniors the total relief that we requested through getting the Bill 190 passed. And I understand if that's the way it is. But so now I'm gonna ask it this way. If that's the case, then would a state AG or a state lawyer that works for the AG, if they contacted you and said 190 was passed, for you specifically in class 3 or class 1 or
Class
to
3?
me, my understanding, 190 was passed with no class division. It was blanket.
Right.
So if they call you and say, Jim,
Hey,
You got it.
if I get something from them, I'm 100%. I'm in the clear.
okay, then can I propose
We
that the
can get
commission,
it. Yes.
okay, Art, please, go ahead.
When Jim, when this was first brought up, I think everybody, other than Kelly, I'm not sure Kelly, well, I'm pretty sure Kelly wasn't in there. I made the comment that I would be willing, and I had talked to,
Yes, AG.
well, no, not the AG,
Yeah.
but I had talked to the state guy that wrote it.
Yes.
And I had talked to Dennis Canal, which is, if any of you guys watched that video, he is on No Tax Now or so, I can't remember the name of it. I got to be pretty good friends with him. They actually told me they would come in here and speak, and nobody, it was like crickets, not a word. So I hear what you're saying, and what you're saying sounds good now,
Well,
but it didn't quite sound so good
No,
6 months ago. So if that's what it takes for you to get on board and for you to feel
Yep.
comfortable, then I will contact him as soon as we leave here.
Okay.
And I will get him to write you a letter.
Okay.
That
That'd
way you've got it, and
that'd be
it's a
fine
done
with me.
deal.
Mark,
That'd be fine with me.
the only people that's going to raise a stink about this, if anyone, is going to be the school board over at Clinton. If they pass this and they feel like it wasn't legal, they will get a lawyer to try to
Yes.
fight it.
There's
And guess what? I dare them to do that after what they just pulled last night. I say you pass it, and they're not going to get a lawyer, and no one's going to question it because they screwed up so bad last night. They're not going to put that back out in the public.
They don't want the dirt.
No.
Yeah, they don't want that all coming.
They're I don't think
So that's the only
anyway,
people you have
because
to worry about questioning it.
Oh, it's spreading like wildfire last night now. So,
And we'd really like some answers.
Right.
A resolution today or a vote.
And to me, if this is
all right.
what you're concerned about, and I understand that.
He's going to
Okay.
take care of that.
Oh, yeah.
I'll
And if that's the
Mark
case,
over
then
here.
we should be able to get it done now. I mean, you could get on the phone right now and call anybody. I've seen it happen here. And then it's like a verbal contract. It's good, and it'll qualify you or give you that assurance that this is in your wheelhouse.
Well, I can
And I say, we could leave here today, and then we could tell everybody else that needs to know this information, that yes, it's done, you guys did it, and we'll praise your song and raise a parade for you. I don't
Well,
know
the way I
what to say.
understand what we're doing today won't do. Anyway, let's take one sentence out.
Kelly, what is your email address?
It's county clerk at henrycomo.com. I am currently retyping it.
retype the whole thing? You can't just go in and edit?
She didn't get the
I
email,
didn't
so
get
she's
the
had to retype it all from scratch.
Oh,
So,
She just responded.
It's
Where did you
okay.
send it?
Well,
That's
that's
all
all
right.
right to help you, but we wouldn't be able to leave till
that'd be me.
Okay, so even with what Mark gave you guys on that retroactive application section, I need you guys to look that over because it's kind of where we were talking about this amendment shall apply to tax bills for the 2025 tax year and thereafter, notwithstanding the date on which any taxing entity certified or adopted a levy prior to this amendment's passage. I don't know that that line there is important. Because this is our first, we haven't even levied a tax yet at this point, so this amendment is, made before the taxes are even certified levied, or the levies are even certified. So,
Because we didn't do all the levies.
no,
I guess we froze all of them, if that's the case. So it wouldn't matter. Those townships, everything. Landers City, is that right? It's all frozen.
yeah,
So we can't raise any more.
I'm not questioning that. I think that the amendment shall apply to tax bills for the 2025 tax year and thereafter. I think the next statement is moot, because there's been no certified or adopted levies for 2025 yet. We're not retroactively back to 24. Does that make sense? If we was doing this in January, that would certainly be important. Or of August of next year, that would certainly be something that you would have to retroactive to 2025. I just think I think that is going to cause confusion. People are going to think we can do it before. Let's just be honest with you. Clinton rolled their debt service forward yesterday.
Right.
So.
See what you're saying.
Retroactive 2025 tax year.
You should have it.
The amendment shall apply to tax bills for the 2025 tax year and thereafter. The county collector and assessor are directed to apply the senior property tax credit accordingly, inclusive of debt service levy set for the 2025 tax year. So I think we just need to take out that the date on which any taxing entity certified or adopted a levy prior to this amendment's passage, and then the rest of it's fine.
Fine.
I just think it would cause confusion since it was done today. So here's my thought process. They voted to do their tax levy yesterday. We do this today. They don't certify it to me till tomorrow. So is it technically certified? You know what I mean? But it's still, regardless whether or not they certify it to me yesterday, today, tomorrow, it's still their certified 2025 tax levy.
That's what they did last night. Or whoever. That's where it's at.
It wasn't that last night, that was 2024 and 2025.
Well,
Because you're paying your taxes for the school district levies, it doesn't matter, a year behind. So.
But that's the
Wouldn't that be-
2025 tax levy that is being certified.
For the current year of
Yeah.
2025.
Right, well, we're not activating anything for 2024.
What I remember them saying was it was gonna be for 2024. They're not collecting on that, but it was to change the way the amount of money that they were budgeting their
I
budgets.
can't speak for their budgets.
Yeah.
I don't know what
And
they're doing.
I know, but I'm saying, I don't see the problem with the wording the way this is, and then, because that's the way they do their works. And the way they were doing their process of getting what they were wanting passed with this debt ceiling, or debt service, or whatever it was they were doing. It specifically says 2024, 2025.
Right. But I mean, that's literally just the school entity.
Right.
This ordinance applies to
Takes
every.
every-
Well, I'm wondering if
Entire county.
you change it, would it leave it, that loophole again, leave it open for them to still use
No.
this debt
Oh, I
service?
see your point.
This says the county collector and assessor are directed to apply the senior property tax credit accordingly, inclusive of debt service levies.
If they pass it like this now, it's going to go up for the seniors
In
in
2025.
twenty
Yep.
twenty-five. The only way to avoid this is to go back and retroly say that we are freezing the SB 190 for 2024 levels. And I know they said they can't get all the paperwork done in time for this year, but you can always go back and give a tax credit to them for the money they overpaid that 1 year that they couldn't get the paperwork process in time for. So you can, like I said before, the beginning, it should have been saying that we're freezing the tax levels at the 2024 level. And Rick said, we can't get all that paperwork done, we can't get it in time to them. I talked to them, they can do a tax credit later to give back anything they overpaid before. And it creates a lot of work for Rick, it does. But this is the way to fix this entire problem, to fix the problem that Jim said he had, he waited too long, over a year and a half. It pretty much fixes all of it and makes you guys look like gold. And I'll be out there telling everybody, these guys really went back and fixed this up. And it circumvents what the school board is trying to do. And I think it's a very sneaky thing what they're doing. Deceitful thing.
That's what Largent said last night, was sneaky, the
Yeah.
way they did it.
You guys, I know you don't have the power to change what the school board did, but you can circumvent them just as they circumvented you on this. I mean, you gotta play tit for tat on these guys.
And to me, that is what we, the people,
That's what we want.
that's what we want. So if you want to blame us, yes, blame me, I don't care.
Mhm.
I'm done. I said what I said, and I stand behind it 100%.
And if anyone wants to say, I'm worried about the legal ramifications, maybe we're not allowed to retroactivate it 2024, let someone bring a lawsuit. Who is going to bring a lawsuit? It's gonna take somebody to go to court and say, I'm gonna spend money to fight what you're doing for the people. I don't think that's gonna happen.
They will want to spend the money. They've already spent it.
And the only people that would even try that would be the school board of Clinton, and they will open themselves up to all types of discovery, and I'm sure they don't want us looking through what they've been doing and how they came about all of this,
Especially the superintendent.
especially the superintendent. This is the time. Leadership is important.
I think that and I, Mike, I agree with you. I think it would, if that's the case, and that's something that we think that we would like to do, I think it would be a good idea to get Rick and Scott both up here right now and get their, I mean, I know what they're, and I know Rick, I understand he's not gonna wanna do it because of the work.
Yeah.
I get that, and I don't blame him. If I was in his position, I would probably say the same thing. But if that is a possibility of the route that we need or we wanna take, I think it's only fair that they are brought into this and made aware. This is what the people are wanting. Rick, Scott, this is kind of maybe the way we're leaning, but at least let them voice their opinion. I think that's only right.
Well, all they can do is sit up here and tell you how difficult it's going to be.
Right.
Um,
And that's
And like
you're
any
talking
state
to a guy
legis-
that owns a business, and I have people complain to me and say, "Man, how am I supposed to do that? I don't care, make it happen."
Exactly.
I mean, that's I understand government doesn't work the same way.
It does
but
actually.
it should.
When the
But
state
it should.
says this is going to happen, you guys just have to figure it out.
Right.
And then
Right.
when you say this has got to happen, Rick has to figure it out. That's his job.
Well, the people would definitely be happier
They would be
at
very
24 than 25 because I can't tell you how many phone calls and emails that I got.
Because
We're not
I mean,
being
they
able to
feel
get it
like
back to
I mean,
25.
whether it's true or not, Jim, they
Oh,
feel like you waited until the new assessment came out, and that's how they feel. I'm not saying I don't know if
You
that
know
was
what
your
they-
intent.
They did, and I will
I'm not
stick
gonna
up
say
for
that,
Jim.
that's-
He did not. He did not.
Well, I'm
do-
saying
he
that's
did
how
not do
everybody
that. That's not
feels.
his fault.
No.
That just unfortunately it was on our lap. We took too long. Then the assessment came, which if you want to complain about that, go back to Kehoe because that's his issue. Every bit of it lays at his feet. But if we have the opportunity, because I don't want to look back, I want to look forward.
Yeah.
So if that's what we think that we want to do, and the people want to do that, and the three of us agree to do that, then I think that's a good idea, and it's no different than anything else. If we've got to figure out a way to help Rick get through this, because I don't want to load him on top of a bunch of stuff. If he needs help doing it, and I don't know how, because I'm new. I don't know how all that works,
Well, I
but
mean,
if we can get somebody to come in with Rick's and helping, do this, whether it's somebody out of Scott's office, Kelly's office, somebody's office to help them land and get through this to make it simpler. But I think that we actually do need to do what's going to be best for the people.
Go ahead and see if they come up.
Yeah, you want to call them?
Back to the
7207.
task at hand. I was just, what should we leave it there? This amendment shall apply to tax bills for the 2025 tax year and thereafter. I mean, that's all we have is 2025 and thereafter.
What do we get in the mail?
What?
Our taxes.
Did you get your taxes already?
I think they're coming.
You shouldn't have. We don't have tax levies set yet.
What way you use it? Let's find out. 7207.
We need to find
Is that
out
right?
if we can
Yeah.
retroactive.
Look at that. I
back to
remember that.
2024,
Oh,
without
Scott.
just doing it.
Well, you can set it at whatever you want.
Hey, Rick, this is Tim. Hey, are you busy?
Always.
Always.
He would actually recommend
Could- Could you say if
we were
Scott, you and Scott could run up here in just a minute?
That one talked link
Okay.
to 2025. I'm gonna shoot him that, but
He's gonna see if he can get Scott.
Paperwork for all of this. But I think there's something in the statute. Something that tells you start. Right there.
see, what I
Do we have a
found is
new one that we're wanting to put out?
put it into
Give
effect,
to 'em.
it's gotta be that date.
No,
So that's
Jim,
what
I'm typing.
I just don't wanna put us in a bind.
Mine, no, I agree.
I would love that. Go back to 2024 and save everybody as much money as we possibly
There you
can. I just don't know if we
You
can.
can, yeah.
Well, why couldn't they, I know that software was brought up, we don't have the software to do it, so it'd be faster, computerized. Well,
I got,
if we went ahead and passed this and made it retroactive, we could figure that out later. When we, next year, buy the software, I think we just get it in place. And
But
I
yeah,
don't think the big hurdle is right now is refunding people for 2025. I think most people would be like, okay, you took us to 2025, but let's just go back and there won't be refunds or whatever. But at least seniors won't be on the hook for this shady debt levy thing with the school.
Right, right.
Hey guys.
See, you saved me a seat.
What?
Yes, sir. So, sirs,
Yeah, yeah, service. Talking about the Senate Bill 1,
yes.
what have we got? The one to make an amendment to it,
Can we hold that?
and we're working on it.
You may have to. You can tell me what it says.
Basically,
Kelly's typing up the number. See,
That's the one Mark.
we were gonna amend it, the one that we did, and include the school levy.
Debt service.
The debt
levy.
service.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Debt service levy.
Okay.
That's basically what that paper is.
Going forward.
Has that hurt anything? Where you at now?
Look, that's,
Yeah, it won't affect.
it won't affect us. It won't affect anything that we're currently doing. And I don't think it'll really have.
If you freeze that, I'll actually,
make things go.
yeah, make it easier.
Yeah.
Because the debt service, what is it, 8.86 or something?
3.8.
Well, that's the
Total.
total.
Yeah,
The debt service
It was 0.8886, but now it's 0.83.
Because when we enter those in the system, it's just a total that you enter and you don't
Yeah.
break it apart. So yeah,
Okay,
make it easier.
so wouldn't
there's one plus.
be a big deal.
Not bad.
To help
That's
seniors out.
kind of
So-
what we're wanting to know.
I thought you were wanting to know about retroactivating.
Yeah,
that.
well, then they're talking about going back to 24.
We cannot get it done for this taxing season. I mean, the numbers are gonna be set, and that's fine. What y'all do after that, if you wanna retroact it, I mean, if you can do that, you can do that. I'm not sure that the statute provides for it, but that's your decision, not mine, because I'm not a legal scholar. I'm
So
barely
let's-
even-
We got a lot of
let's-
legal
let's-
scholars.
yeah,
I don't know.
If, because neither am I. If the statute allows for us to do it retroactive,
Correct.
okay, then at that point, would we be able, well, I mean, would you be able to credit what people had paid over? Or that just be, sorry, this is what happened, and just, we go from there?
I think that whenever you make that retroactive, like if you did it in the spring of next year or whatever, after the first of the year, or even now saying for next year, then this year's done, but then we have all the numbers from 24. That's not an issue. We can always apply those back. That's not the issue. The issue was being able to get it done, get
Done
everything
in
split
time,
this year.
right?
And that's
And I don't know if you could create a credit on what they paid this year, like, I don't know.
You had
That's
told,
you.
Rick, you had told me that people could come in and do a refund and repay it in the same day.
No,
That's what you told me the day I was out. I was down there. You said it would just take a lot of time. You said the
I
way.
said the collector's office cannot alter tax law.
No, you said that they can do a complete refund of it and then pay it the same day at the new rate. Oh God, I gotta record this.
So, I mean, as far as this year, when the numbers get set, and the main issue is not that even that I care which levy it is. It's just that logistically trying to get the computer all set. I mean, it's still going to be hard, but I think we've got that all under control. I think we're on the list. I think I've already talked to the vendor. He's already talked to them. January is the number. I mean, they're ready to move. And I think we'll probably be, we'll be done. I'd say in January.
Software wise, there may be a way that they can internally credit that on a 25. I just don't know how that.
There might be something to, I mean, if they can't, then that's, I mean, you're stuck, that's what
Well,
it is, but if they can,
I mean,
that would be,
I called St. Clair. They had their computer people make it so that it would be a credit for next year, where it's not a refund. It's just a credit saying now instead of owing 600, now you owe 400 because you overpaid by 200 last year.
and that,
That could be
and that, and that, that's,
yeah.
I bet they could do that.
but,
We just have to see.
but what I would look at is, what is it, what's the statute? For one,
SB 190, or what?
756.
137-1050,
It's the next to last one. And
So- it's one, it's the, in Mike, you might know, it's 137-1050. And it's about the base year, and that's all I know. I'm not the legal expert.
Say that again.
137.150. I'm sorry, 1050. And look under the base year and what the qualifications are. I think that it says that the base year shall be the year in which
it's adopted, pretty much. That's what you're looking at.
See, that's what I.
That's
But-
what you're talking about.
but I don't. Everybody reads it differently, so I'm not saying that's the way it is. I'm saying that's the way I interpret it. That
Right.
y'all have attorneys that do that. That's
Well, then what it sounds like is, what first we need to find out about that, and then if either you or Rick could find out from your,
the vendor. We can make something. I mean,
The year in which the credit is authorized is how it's worded.
so then that, if we didn't authorize it till, well,
but you authorize it in 25.
yeah.
But I'm saying you need to probably take it to whomever and have them look at that and see what they think. I mean, that's
I think the reason why they put that language in there is because there was some interpretation that if you turned 62 30 years ago, it would apply to that bill from 30 years ago.
That makes sense. Yeah.
I think that's why they.
so in what the intent is. I don't know. So that's
So it's talking more about the age, not
no. They're talking about the base year.
the age year. They're not saying, if you said we're gonna roll back to 2024 level, they're just saying somebody that's 70 can't say, well, I'm rolling it back. I want it rolled back to 2015 when I turned 62 or whatever.
And that's I don't know. That's why somebody needs to look at it besides me, because I think they're talking about the base. What year of tax?
Well, we adopted.
levy.
That's how I.
What we're doing.
But I'm
I'm
not
a
saying
Scot.
that's the way it
I
is.
think
I'm
we
saying
can double check.
that's the way I look at it in several others. But everybody can look at it differently.
Scott, if it's written that way and they pass it and someone wants to contest that, who's going to contest that? Who's going to fight it? Who's going to try to make a legal
What was
argument
the
against
number
it?
he said that?
137.
There's numerous lawsuits already
105.
on different aspects of the bill. that was added.
Well, I say you pass this for 2024 and let's see who wants to come out of the woodworks and try to fight it. I can't find, I don't think one person in this town is going to do that. They'd be out of their mind.
Yeah. I mean, that's
What I'm saying is the lawsuits that are in place right now, they'll determine a lot of these questions that you guys have.
and that might not be a battle that we have to fight. We might just have to wait and see. I mean, that's my understanding as well. That there's multiple battles on
Are they
far-ranging things.
are they about taking it back?
No, I mean they're just
There's just various things.
I think there's going to be a lot of issues. Totally.
Yeah, I think through the visits that legislative committee is coming up with going across the state, there's going to be changes to this in the future. I think that they're getting enough feedback from individuals and entities that something does need to be fixed and changed. I think something this legislature here will have. So we don't know what this will turn
I'm
into.
sure. it will. I would
Once
just look for
SB3 gets into court, we'll probably see a whole lot of change.
Well, let's see what we can do.
Let's hope that happens
right now that we
You
can.
got it.
Let's do what we know we can do right now,
Yes.
Yeah,
those
no, I
people-
agree.
and let someone come and fight it later.
Let's,
Well, I don't think the question right now is about the loophole part. I mean, I don't think that's an issue. I mean, y'all can do whatever you want to do, and if somebody wants to fight it out, they can fight it out. But I think what we're talking about now is about what is going to be the face year.
Right.
And that's again, that's not me. That's why y'all get the big bucks.
I don't know, is that question being interpreted? Is that part of the lawsuits that are out there?
I don't think so. I think they're gonna rewrite the whole thing.
Yeah, I think Senate Bill 190 is going
I'm
to
with you
change to
guys.
an all or none situation. It's going to be applied to everybody or nobody. So the seniors will be cut out if it's nobody, and everybody will be included.
That's SB3.
What's
Yeah.
SB3?
Yeah, I think they're putting them together.
They're gonna tie in. They're gonna tie in.
And it's a work in progress. And I've been there. It's like making sausage, and it's a mess. And it's usually a mess for a little while later.
Yeah.
But they will get it straightened out.
And there's stuff in the sausage that you don't want to know what's in
No,
It's like a hot dog.
got a lot of fat in. Got a lot of fat in.
Yeah, but sometimes you guys are in a leadership position. You are there to make the decision. Sometimes you just got to take a leap and do what's right for the people, and you fight for the people later if someone comes to pick that battle. This is a time for you guys to show that you're capable of making a decision and just sticking with it and fighting for it because you believe it's the right thing to do. This is that moment right now for you guys.
Okay.
Well, I think that we agree that if we can credit what people pay this year and next year's bill, then
That'd be
And
fine.
I think it's logistically,
Yeah.
there's a
First off, we gotta get there where we're at. I guess my big thing is to make a change here, so that's not gonna do anything. Then we're gonna have to make a change, or say January, whenever we're gonna have to make a change, or December, I don't care when.
You can
Doesn't
pass
matter.
it now.
And close the loophole.
Yeah, pass it now.
well, I think
Well, just, I don't know if you two saw the amendment. It basically closes the loophole. So that side of it, and
so
I
when you say
think.
close, but your mean applies the credit to the debt.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah,
Yes.
we're gonna, the debt service, we're
I
gonna
think there was some
include
question
it.
of whether it covers or doesn't cover the debt service increase.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I didn't get a chance to look
You
at
can
that.
look at that, okay. It's 1.010 is where you're on the screen, on the video, is where they'll kind of, otherwise it gets really long. But he covers all that. It's Rick, so you know, and I can send it to you too. It's basically the guy that wrote it, and Dennis Ganal went and testified in front of St. Louis County. I think it's St. Louis County. He is a lawyer, and he basically said anytime, and which is kind of comforting to know, when you take somebody to court over a statute or anything like that, if they call in the guy that wrote it, basically it was what his intent was, and that almost everything pretty much dropped from that point. And he basically said when they wrote that, and I don't know how many there were, they put that together that their intent was it to be everything except for the blind pension fund, all levies were to come. And then he said what has happened, different counties have interpreted it different ways. That's where like we had talked about, where the confusion comes in. Boone County actually just adopted it. So, and I think that I can't remember if he said that or if it was Dennis or what, but there was a couple other ones that have adopted it too. So I think it's headed that to get rid of the like school levies, freeze the debt ceiling too, because that's a good. I mean, as we well know now, that's still a pretty good chunk of money. So if you don't include that, I mean, you knocked half of it out for the school part, but the other side you didn't touch. So you're really not getting.
But if you only pass that right now, it doesn't stop the seniors from getting that increase next in 2025. That'll freeze it at that level at that moment. The only way we can completely sidestep with what the school board just did was to go back and redo it and say the tax-free SB 190 for Henry County is frozen at 2024 levels. And that includes, and then right in there on that too, that also includes the debt level levy from any school. That's the only way you're going to make it so that the seniors doesn't have that tax increase as their new set level. That's the only way.
That is true. Because the way I wrote it, I did. They passed it last night.
Well, that's actually the question.
But that's what he's talking about.
Yeah.
And
So
so
if
it
you
will.
don't specifically say we're freezing all of it at 2024, you can't pick and choose which parts you're going to freeze at 2024 and 2025. It's got to be across the board, and that way, that's a win-win. I mean, that makes it so that whole year and a half it didn't get done. It doesn't matter because it's still at that same level. And problem fixed. People's happy. You guys are the heroes. I mean, that's how. It's the best way to go about it, and let somebody bring that lawsuit. I guarantee it ain't gonna happen.
That's y'all's decision. I'm game for whatever you decide, but I know that it just can't. We can't get it into the system.
You can't do it
until
this year.
For this year, that's right.
We've already discovered. Right,
We'd
that's
have
taken
to
care
set,
of.
if we do it, we'd have to set it for 24. If you guys were able to do whatever it is retroactive, that would be a plus. And then our amendment then could go back to 24.
I think,
Because we're set at 24. That would be our base.
my opinion right now, let's pass this, if that's what we want, and then turn around and do an amendment towards the end of the year. Something that you don't have to worry about changing stuff. You can be able to get in to do it. And make sure what you can do on the computer.
But did you see
to
how
make
much
it
time
happen.
they need to get
But
this
anyway,
stuff
that's
done?
it.
They need
Yeah.
it to happen now
But
so they
anyway.
can start working on it, Scott and Rick, right now, so we don't run into the same problem we did like this year.
Well, once the programming gets changed in January, I don't.
Yeah.
It doesn't. I can't do it till January, and after January is not going to make any difference.
Yeah,
So-
but wouldn't you be able?
So
Wouldn't
let
you
me
want to
ask
be able to
you-
tell the programmers right now this is what we need so that they can make it happen?
Programmers are building other counties.
No, I'm saying, but to give them a heads up that this is what we're gonna need.
But we
It's
can't
not
do
a-
nothing this year.
I can't completely speak for him, but I know that what they do is they create the changes in the database, and then they're able to pull whatever levy values that he has into their system from his database. So they're not changing the minutia; they're changing the program. So I mean,
So they'll do that come January.
they're-
whenever they
they're
come in
not
to set
changing
everything
anything
up.
till January.
No,
Wasn't it Benjamin Franklin who said, "I put off till tomorrow what you can do today"? Isn't that pretty good advice, especially in this?
let me see if I got, because now y'all confusing me. So I guess we need to break it into sections. What we have right now is our base year is 2025.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. If we want to put our base year as 2024, knowing that you guys can't get it done this year, I get that. Can we still do it? And then you guys do whatever you're doing right now. Then when we get to January, wherever you guys are going to get your stuff, then we retroactively pull whatever you guys, because I'm computer illiterate, but I mean, you pull out what you need to be able on your end to do it at 2024, whether we give the money back, we don't, like I said, I don't know how much technical stuff that gets into, but that takes care of 100% that part of it. The other part of it is what we've got here, which what we would be able to do if that happened, because our base would be 24, then this we could set, like we pulled out, we could put that 2024 back in there, and it wouldn't matter what they did. if they did it the day ahead of us.
We,
Am I not right?
So you're saying
we do that right now.
this year?
I guarantee you what's gonna happen. We do it 24, everybody's gonna carry their 24 taxes in and say, here's my taxes. I'm not gonna pay 25s. Now, you figure it out. And that's what you're gonna have to do, because then a bunch of people is gonna be,
Why would they? No, you'd still
well,
pay
unless
your-
you can
still
have it
pay-
changed right then and change it, but
Yeah, you'd still pay your
Yeah.
25.
Whatever, whatever that.
Right.
Right.
You, whatever you guys have done right now is done.
But what
Let's
you're
just say
talking
that.
about is in,
well,
in 2026,
Beginning, yes,
you would
yes.
say, okay,
then you have a
we're
credit.
going back to 24, now there's a $117 credit.
Yep.
So not only does it go back to the 24 level, but they also have an additional $117 credit back to the 24.
Yes.
Yes.
I think
The-
that number is,
I
you know,
think
as
That-
long as
that-
all that, as long as what's doing it, they can do
Yes.
that.
Okay, that's
what I-
so that solves that side of it. That takes care of that side of it, gets us back to 24. Then it's what we've got here that we have to.
Right, we'll have to amend our ordinances. So if you're wanting to handle the debt service levy thing today, so that regardless of what happens between now and the next time we look at our ordinance or what we plan to do, you have handled this situation today. This will not happen again, right?
Right.
So, but you're gonna have to pull your ordinance, your original ordinance, and we're gonna have to
Rewrite it.
rewrite some things in there. And that, I don't think that's something that we should just rush through today to get
No,
it done.
no.
So if you're wanting to amend the ordinance already with what you have today, I don't see an issue with that. I'm great with that. That shows you're addressing the issue that happened. And then we need to
Redo
start
it again.
highlighting our ordinance, have some chat sessions about where we got to change 25 to 24 and make sure that we're getting it worded properly.
Right.
So that they can do what they got to do next year,
Yep.
and our ordinance states retroactively to 2020.
As presiding commissioner, can you do something for the people and say, we're not just going to just look at this in the future? Give a date, say, within whatever it is, 3 weeks, we'll have the new ordinance written up by then. Within 5 weeks, we will put it to a vote. Give a timeline so that people know and can hold accountable that you're actually on it, working on it, thinking about it, and working towards it. I think that's a reasonable thing.
Well, if we can sit down and get, like you said, all the highlights, this and that and whatnot, I can get it written in a day.
Yeah.
So
We
that-
really don't even
right,
have to
it's
wait it. You know,
yeah,
we've
that-
already got it. All we got to do is
Exactly.
You just gotta
include,
change the
exclude, whatever we got to change.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's a
Conversations.
simple. That's a
And I'm
simple
just
thing.
saying, put that date, say in 2 weeks, on this date, this is when we'll have it done, discuss it and vote on it. Or if it's 3 weeks, whatever that
Yeah.
date is,
But
that's
it's-
it.
Yeah, because I think this side of it is actually going to be pretty easy. I was more concerned about your guys' side of it.
But ours has never been the issue of
No.
what the base year is. I mean, other than what the statute says. I mean, that's
And that's what,
my only concern. But other than that, it was just the actual timing of getting the program changed. I mean, we're already going out there to the 1,200 or
That's what
so,
I said.
and all of those we don't need to visit, but we do need to visit all of those that are outside of town that are more than 5 acres, that are, have more
Right.
than one building, all those things, and we have to start splitting all those off. I mean, it's very time consuming. We've already started that process, and we won't have that process. The program's going to be done, but the process of splitting everything up won't be done until next spring sometime.
Hmm.
I mean, it's going to take that long in addition to our normal reassessment that's already started for 2 years from now. So, and luckily, as I put it in and told somebody on a post that we've already seen the numbers and the values are starting to. I mean, they're not coming down, but they're certainly not rising. So, and actually, they are down in a few places. So, I unless interest rates really go down and buying goes up and stuff gets really expensive, I really don't see much of an increase. I know, well, obviously it's not an increase next year, but even going forward, I just don't see how it can recover enough in the next year and a half to make a difference. So that's the good news.
I just sent a question to software guy, see if they can issue it.
Well, I'm with Mike. I said we put it to September 30th to have a resolution in place. Give it a time frame.
And then if y'all
That
have
gives us
any
a-
other questions that we can send to either side of our software people, we can get that information back to you. 'Cause sometimes they're fast, sometimes not so much.
Let's do something
They're
like
computer guys.
October. Cause September's right here. We're at it.
Well,
That's a month away.
That's
I
30
know
days.
it, but a month away. So,
30 days.
like I said, I'm
Yeah,
just
we'll
thinking
affect
ahead.
this year's.
I'll be gone for sure. September.
You'll be back by the 30th.
Yeah, I'll be back on the 30th.
I hate to put it off too long. It seems to be the.
You wanna do
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
Yeah.
you can do the first part. I don't think that's a big issue at all. If that's what y'all want to do now on the first part.
Debt service.
yeah, I think.
Yeah,
I think that's happening today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if y'all got that all done,
It would be the
Then we'll work on the
Financial
30th, see
releases.
where it's at. We,
14th,
if y'all have that.
2 more
maybe.
weeks.
Oh, you're going into October?
Well, that's what Jim mentioned. 14th, middle of October.
You don't have to go out.
What is it?
October,
26th.
6 weeks.
So
Say,
to give
I don't think.
to
I
understand
think 30th.
clearly what you're proposing is to continue on as normal for this year. Set the initial year to 2024 and issue credits for what people pay this year.
Yeah, the seniors.
On that stuff
That's the way y'all have to do it.
that raised,
Correct.
which would just be the debt service.
No.
No, on both,
On
debt
all.
service.
On all, that's true, on all. But, hold on, you don't wanna do that. Because a lot of the levies are less this year than they were
Well,
last year.
Yeah.
the levies don't matter, it's what they pay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the tax.
And that'll make it easier. I mean,
Yeah, I don't deal with levies or money.
See, the
so
county's
I'm
way
good.
down.
It's the dollar amount, not correct.
I think 6 weeks is awfully long. Yeah.
I think we can have it done before then myself, and I don't see a problem why we wouldn't. But
I would try. We don't want to do it when
Then y'all
I
have
can't
that
remember Jim when he was leaving, but I mean, if
I'm
we could
also
get,
gone that same week to conference, so that would be a really bad. thing
yeah,
to do.
I mean, if
I'm
we
just
could
saying
get
that
that before you
I know
leave,
Kelly's gonna be gone. I'm
If
gonna
we
be
set
gone.
the-
I'm good with the 30th.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a
hey, if
month.
you wanna leave it, y'all can have it. I'm not, don't have to be here on that.
It's just a matter of, right?
Right, we're just changing a few
I'm-
things. We're not redoing an entire ordinance. We're changing dates.
Yeah. And all we're doing is
You just-
amending it to go
You
to
can get your stuff
24
together
instead of
and-
25, and I'll
Uh,
talk about it.
I've got a pretty busy week. I don't know if I can get their stuff together by then.
what's 2 weeks from now?
That's the 9th.
How about Thursday?
Is that what you're looking at?
What are you doing tomorrow?
That's the week, the week we don't have commission meeting on Thursday.
Yeah, we're
And then the
past
next
the-
Thursday,
that's why I said the 30th.
I say give
September.
you it needs to be done by the 30th. Don't say we are gonna do it on the 30th.
Right,
It
that,
just has to be done by the 30th.
that's what
And
I'm
we can
saying.
work it in when.
Is anything going? I mean, is anything going on the week of the 15th?
That's when Kelly.
That's when we're gone.
That's when you're going.
Yeah, and I'm gone too. Both of
Okay.
us.
Okay. What about the week of the
Kelly
22nd?
was gonna Screech to a halt.
Huh?
I'm gonna be gone that too.
Jim's gone
Jim's still going.
Tuesday. Yeah, he's still gone.
That Thursday?
I'll be
That's why I
back
was
on.
just.
I'll
I
be back.
mean,
Thursday I'll be here, and I might be here 24th, but I can't. Or well,
We won't be
get
here.
there.
yeah, you don't want to push it. Then I'd
You want to
say-
skip it up 5 days instead of the 30th to the 25th?
There you go.
Probably wouldn't be a bad idea.
Okie dokie.
September.
September 25th?
Yep.
Sounds like a good day. Sounds like it's gonna be a good day.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
take one of these down, pass them down,
I gotta
see
go.
if, now, I did take that blurb out of there because we're gonna rewrite again.
Yep, yep.
Okay, so I just left it kind of vague in that, apply to all bills of the 2025 tax year and thereafter, since we know that we're going to amend again, but right now we wanna get this in.
So is this what y'all do today? Tax
Yeah.
levy?
Yeah, tax levy.
Ish, yeah, we did the tax levy here.
Well, did y'all, I mean, did y'all agree on what this says?
Yes, that's it.
So you went from 0.0269 to 0.0142,
Right.
Uh-huh,
almost half.
Yeah.
uh-huh.
You know, if our sales tax continues to climb, then
Yes.
our
Levy would be zero.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I said. If we can just keep our
keep it light.
sales taxes rolling, that's businesses, then we're all right. That's what you have to
I wish I could say sales tax was growing because, you know,
have. I know it's.
more people, but that's probably not really the case. It just costs us more these days.
Yeah, it does anymore.
I'll make a motion that we approve this ordinance.
Just for a
Oh,
second.
yeah. My bad.
Bob, you're good. You're good.
You see, I just deleted that
Yeah.
whole section
Yep,
and then
yep.
added that one section.
Mhm.
Yep.
It's just a number. It ought to be like.
Okay. Do you have Mark's motion, or is he making it again?
I didn't hear him say that he made a motion to
Yes.
enforce ordinance number 2025
yes,
826 amendment number one.
I stopped him before he had a chance.
Yeah, that was it. I'll make a motion that we
Amend.
amend ordinance 2025-0826. Or
You're doing-
Zero
you're
five
amending
two nine. You're
0529.
amending that.
0529.
You're amending that.
There you go.
Good. Good. I'll
Yeah.
second that.
Motion been made and seconded to amend the ordinance 2025-0529, Senate Senior Citizens Property Tax Credit, clarify the scope of levies to ordinance number 25-02826, amendment number one. That being said, any more discussion?
Lord, I hope not. I got food.
Lois, roll call.
Yes.
Mark,
Jake, yes.
Jim, yes. Okay.
It's one of those days.
Oh, I got signed.
Thanks.
Thank you, Rick. Thanks, Scott.
Give me a minute.
All right.
Thank you guys for coming in.
Thank you. Really glad this is fun.
We're not always this exciting, are we guys?
Okay, there you go, Kelly. No, we got away with that. Here. Hey, you got to sign a piece of paper.
Well, Mark told me.
I told him go ahead.
I can do that.
Got in trouble, Jay.
I did.
Uh,
I know you do. I know you do. You reckon you're all right.
Can I ask what the ordinance exactly?
What it is?
Yes.
Is this? You
want the one we just signed?
No, you can't have that one.
No, we'll make a copy.
It's the same thing.
It's
I
got
think you
legal-
just gave her the same thing.
Okay. Now, if we're not going to sign anything else,
There's a line. There's a tree out.
I've been known to use lesser places.
Ladies, gentlemen, have a great day.
You too.
Oh, man, you with her.
Okay.
Gotta be getting close to
All right.
lunchtime.
Your tummy growling?
Okay, when Jay gets back, I want you to listen to Bill to him.
Who?
He's way off whack, but
Who is it?
Bill,
Bill told.
Thole, he's
Yeah.
the president of the Senior Citizen
Yeah.
Service Tax.
Uh-huh.
I can't, his
Mm.
last name's spelled weird, like Thieol. or something.
THOL.
Yeah,
Your
it's weird.
top lid's not all the way down.
I know it. Jesus Christ.
THOL. That's total.
Mm.
Put some water on it.
Ah, crap. Damn. I'm taking that and loosening up. I was going to finish it up. Okay.
Step one accomplished, step two, a moot point. Just a matter of time.
Jim, are you Jim at henrycomo.com?
Yep.
And then Mark, you're Mark L,
Anderson.
right?
Yep.
I think so.
This is Mark Hill.
That sounds right.
Y'all did them different instead of being consistent. And I think Jake's is just Jake at. You're going to be receiving an email. Well, I'll wait till Jake gets in here.
Jake is Jake Brad. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. He is
Mark
first name,
Larson.
last name.
He's just Mark L.
Yes, I got to go to workforce development meeting tonight.
Tonight?
Oh, September the 9th.
Oh.
Over today. We got elected officials meeting out in morning. Mark.
Board meeting. Julie Engelman sent me one for our board meeting. She actually called while we were in here.
Let me save something before I move on, and then I've got a couple things before somebody says, I make a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion, we eat.
All right, give me just a second. Let's save this ordinance.
You got that in our teams?
To be honest with you, I didn't realize it was this way.
No.
I did.
You can feel it, huh?
Okay, now that I got that saved. Yesterday I met with an individual by the name of Jeremiah Carroll. He is with Desiree, is what it's called. They are the Beaver Tail Solar company who is going to be doing the groundwork, the construction, everything. Beaver Tail Solar is now going through this company. It's Desiree. And his name is Jeremiah Carroll. So he is, if we have questions, if we have concerns, if we have, he asked me to send all three of your emails to him. So I am sending him your emails. So any communication that I receive, you guys will also receive. But that's who that is Jeremiah Carroll. He's with the solar project.
Is his
down there.
contact information?
Yeah, I'm assuming he is going to give that to you when he introduces himself.
Yeah.
So that's coming through.
Did you see the email from did you see the email for the tower?
Oh, Madam G.
150-foot tower?
Yeah,
out
they're
there?
putting
Did
up.
see that.
I also, since I asked that Jeremiah Carroll if So if I had questions about what was in a lease agreement or what was in a road use agreement, or are you my dude? Are you who I come to? And he said, absolutely. So I then
He's
landed him with the, so you're going to pay this $1,000 legal bill. He was like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to send that to somebody besides me.
Yeah.
So he's the contact person for
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, that's basically what he told me yesterday.
Oliver is no longer out there or what? No, are they building a office out there?
I don't know.
I don't have a clue.
Ah,
Did we have to do anything for that tower?
No.
No.
Well, they looked at it, I
That's
guess.
all. They already got it for well, some kind of
Historical.
land.
It's a historical.
The
I
historical
didn't know if
land
there was a land
because
lease.
of the vibe.
Okay. It was just basically letting us know, a courtesy.
Pretty
Yep,
much.
that's-
Here's your courtesy email. We're
That is
doing
so
this.
Nice.
Back to our calendars. We need to set the salary commission as well in September. I was also looking to do that on the 25th.
September.
Yep.
On Thursday. Salary commission
Mm-hmm.
down here. You want to have it here in this?
What's
I
that
haven't-
consist of?
I haven't determined the location yet. Don't ask me questions.
Word.
So I'm going to have a class on the salary commission, which I'm
What
taking
day?
when I'm gone in September. So I want that right after I take that class
Wait,
because
yeah,
I've never
fresh.
been involved in one.
Yeah,
So I can't tell you what it entails from beginning to end.
Or we'll
I
have
know
to-
that's how the elected official salaries are set
I see.
by a meeting of the salary commission. Otherwise, I've never been involved in the process. So,
Are we the salary commission?
Yeah.
uh-huh.
Yep.
Okay.
You're part of it.
All three of us. Actually, prosecuting attorney is part of us. Nobody can figure that one out because it's paid by the state now, and or they set the levies. They said how much it is. Sheriff's the same way. So anyway, but
I'm
what
going
you have to
learn
do,
in
you have to.
September.
Sounds great.
You'll have to. We'll have to elect a chairperson for that day down there. We all meet and then we'll elect a chairperson and move in. And she'll have the agenda then.
So can we
So,
do that in
when?
the afternoon on the 25th?
I'm whatever.
Can we-
Of when?
I'm with you. I don't know.
We have to do it in September.
All right, the 25th. Okay.
Can we set that at like 1 or 2 o'clock? So what
Yeah.
works good for you
Whatever's
guys?
good for you guys.
Yeah,
I'm
that'll.
not with Mark. Whatever works out good.
All right.
As long as I can go get this
Salary
thing,
commission.
So let's try to set it for 2 and see if it works for everybody. If it doesn't, I'll let y'all know. I got to check with, Lucretia and make sure she don't have something
Yeah.
scheduled. But if she's got something either
See,
later
it may
or
have to be
earlier.
later. They may have to be.
Now I think
Well, I know they can't do mornings because they have
And I'm-
treatment court Thursday
Yeah.
morning. So that's why I was thinking the afternoon. If not, we can shoot for the 30th. It just has to be done in September, I think.
Yep,
So
yep. And you want to have what time?
I'm going to shoot for 2 o'clock on the 25th. But that,
I'll wait for you to look.
Yeah.
Let us know.
I just wanted to check with you guys first.
2:00 p.m.
I'm not coming at 2 a.m.
Okay, I got her down.
I sent an invite to all the cities one time for something, and I put it at 11 p.m. and there's like, can we wear our pajamas?
Means I'd have to wake up and come in.
Okay,
4 hours a day.
September. Okay, we got.
Sorry for everybody listening. I thought that was loud.
I want to look up something.
Are you driving, Jim?
Huh?
Are you driving out there when you go on vacation?
Jackson Hole?
Yeah.
No, we'll fly to
We'll
Jackson
fly.
Hole, and then we're gonna rent a car and take off from there, and come back and fly out, and come back home. No, that's the reason why, just getting, Linda said you get around a lot quicker that way. Yeah, we got plane, got them all taken care of. Got to have 4 left, I wanna make sure of that, hopefully everything fits. And it's direct flight, so it shouldn't have any trouble. I told one time, what was it? I went somewhere. Man, you get hung on the direct flight, and if you're 15 minutes, 20 minutes late, you could miss your
What's
flight.
your flight?
In fact, they was coming back from Europe and London, and Galen, I seen him last night. They had one of those cases because you couldn't. This on landing when the other was taking off. So, okay. Okay. Okay.
Excuse me. That letter, would you mind having that guy send one to me too?
Yeah, yeah.
Or just get a
You're
copy
having,
of.
hey, you're having to send it to me, and that's, I really
Yes,
want
an
that.
email?
Yeah. I'll get him, just do it that way. That's gonna be easier.
Well, that comes back, if we can make all that work, it'll be, because we had talked about 2024 when we first started the whole project. That's why,
I remember, yeah.
yeah, and I couldn't quite follow everything that's going said, but that's, now it can be fixed.
Save. I'm all for helping people save money where they can.
Mhm. I don't know.
Kelly, do we got anything
Dude.
big on Thursday set up?
I'll see anything.
Okay.
Did you guys get my email with the graphics at the sheriff's office that they already?
I haven't gotten that yet. Unless you just sent it.
I sent it yesterday.
I don't think I said it either.
No.
He sent a draft that the company sent him.
You sent it yesterday?
So I got the tower one.
Um,
And then I've got
the
section
last one I
106
got was the section for the 106 for the tower.
So you didn't get anything
I didn't get
from
it either.
my Henry County. That was
No.
from my SOS.
No. I didn't get a thing.
That's a what?
I have two different emails. One's for the state and one is my county.
Oh,
email.
I want you to
see.
listen to this. This
Oh, that
is
was
all-
it, yeah.
Here we go. Jake.
Yo. Who's Bill told?
Senior citizens, president on the board or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Jim Bill Tolley. Hey, listen, there's all this talk about removing the senior tax levy for Henry County. This guy is kind of weird that's pushing it. Is there a need for me to come up and explain our committee? Or is this something that's just going to go by the wayside and it's just going to make a storm and go away? Help me understand what I need to do. Thanks, Jim. Take care.
What's he,
I think he's confused with the tax
I
relief
think
program
he's-
and the senior tax levy. I think he got confused on.
I think that's
Just got
where
his
he's
wires
at.
crossed, I think.
He'd be better off forget it right now. It's all clear.
Well,
But anyway, I'll call him. Yeah.
let us get things cleared up, and that should clear up
yeah,
things for them.
Regardless, we're not doing anything with the senior citizen service tax.
No,
Right.
no.
right.
And that's where I
We
think
just-
his confusion is. He thinks that we're trying to stop that or something
Yeah.
rather than the.
We just
That's definitely the case.
In fact, we just got their levy done today.
Yeah, and the total amount of 218,000 is up slightly
Yeah.
from what it was when I was on it.
Mm-hmm. That's
Just a
what
little bit.
I forgot what it
We're not
was.
being cut back.
I'll say that's
No.
Kelly's.
I was at their meeting the other day and he didn't seem concerned. I think he's got his wires crossed on what we're talking about.
Yes.
Senate Bill 190 and the senior citizens tax. I don't.
Yeah.
Which does get confusing.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, are you sending an email on that guy that's taking over for Beaver Tail out there?
No, I
The
sent him
information.
an email
Oh.
with your contact information.
Yes, okay, he'll contact.
And he's supposed to
All right.
contact him, you
Good.
guys, to
Okay,
introduce
yep,
himself.
that'd be good.
Excuse me.
Your mailbox has reached its maximum size limit. What?
Huh? Do what?
Says my mailbox has reached my max. That's probably why you guys haven't gotten any emails from my county.
Uh-huh. I had to delete a bunch of mine already. Chuck didn't realize how many emails you get.
So I had to go through and set up new folders. And move.
Oh yeah, mine's all folded, but some of my stuff is sunshineable, so I can't just
Nope,
delete
can't
it.
delete it.
I'm afraid to get rid of anything.
You gotta save it.
And I'm sorry, but I ain't printing out a bunch of emails to save a hard copy of. I'm trying to get rid of paper down there. I'm not gonna start. Okay, I think it let it send it to you guys now. It looks really nice.
You know.
Now this is ridiculous.
Okay.
Okay, well, I will get it there.
Yep.
I am clearly having email
Yeah.
issues.
No worries,
You think you are?
I've done what it told me to do, and now told it what it told me to do. And it's still not working.
28. Okay.
Something ding.
And my phone. It's dinging all the time. There it is.
I sent it in Teams so you guys can see it.
Did we get it?
It looks really nice.
That looks good.
Hang on, I'm working on finding it.
Oh, you put it in Teams. Chat. Was it chat?
Uh-huh.
There we go. Oh, shit. Was it?
Yeah, yeah.
It looks real good.
I got a lot of stuff all of a sudden. Section.
Those are the two pictures he sent me.
Okay.
I think it looks real nice.
Huh?
I think it looks real good.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Sheriff's Office. Oh, that looks nice, doesn't it?
I'm not sure. I wish I could. I don't know if he's having any of this put on there. I don't see it, but it looks like it's. I'll show you. I'm gonna. The only way I know how to do screenshotting this. I'm not sure what this is. If this is going on something. It's the next one that I see. I don't know if this is just options they gave him or if there's some side windows that's going on.
See, I thought, yeah. I wasn't 100% sure where those were going.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I'm sure it says in the description there, but it's too far for me, too small for me to see.
Window.
Yeah,
Purse.
that's what it is. It's probably the windows because there's upper window and a lower window.
Uh-huh.
I think that looks great.
I like the dog. I'm gonna get a new one.
Another dog?
I'm gonna have to put the one I've got there.
Oh, that's awful.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
It's been around 12 years.
Mine's 10 and just recently went blind. Like she's completely blind. She runs into things. It's just
Heartbreaking, isn't it?
but she's still active. She just can't see.
I've got a shepherd that his back hips are
Oh.
going and they're going out. And I mean, you open up that door and he will knock you over trying to get out of it. But he wipes out every time he does. So
My aunt and uncle just had to put their shepherd down this last spring because of the same reason. Hips went out. She couldn't control herself anymore.
people, when they started breeding shepherds, they started trying to make them big. And that's where that hip dysplasia comes from.
They're supposed to be slanted.
Yeah,
I've seen
a
that.
true German one is.
Say ours is.
Yeah, that's what ours was.
She big girl.
We found some out in Spring Hill. We're gonna go out and look at that.
Okay.
Get a copy. Spring Hill, Kansas.
Oh, yeah.
We did
I
look
found
at
a place online down south, like Bolivar area.
We got him from a breeder down in Boonville, and she delivers them all over the country.
Yeah.
And he was the last one. And we ended up meeting him. I don't even remember where I was lost. It was some place way down south.
You've also got a tax board meeting.
You talking to me?
Yes. Let's see, when's the tax?
The 18th.
It's 18th.
18th at 9 o'clock.
Yeah. You write it down?
Yep.
Make sure you're over there a little early.
Yeah, I can do that.
You did get that sent over
Think
to
we've
her.
got a collaboration.
Indian on case on the board, didn't it? Copy?
If we did it, yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we did it. I signed it. Mark, did we vote on it?
What's that?
Putting him on the case handler board.
Same day we
And
did.
I want to make sure, because
you all
Ashley the
Central.
other day said something about she didn't think she had that. I'll check with her right now while I'm thinking about it, because that, I want that to happen, because I told her
She sent the form that we needed to fill out.
that she
Say, I remember
as
voting.
vice chair for right now, and let that Ryan from Adrian stay on there, but you go down to the meeting in Springfield to vote on the bridges. Okay.
Okay.
So anyway, that's all set up. I want to make sure everything's handled for me, because it's got to be. I want her to put you on as vice chair, and then Mark will still be there, and so we're. She said, "Jim, you don't have a place now," but I said, "Well, I can go on as a business, and I can do that, and still." But what I was saying, that gets us handled what I was wanting.
Okay.
I can't get in my email box to verify whether that was sent or not, but I'm pretty sure it was, because they sent the form. I had to send it back.
Hey, Ashley, this is Jim Stone. How are you today? How are you today? I'm good. Hey, Ashley, you did get Jake down on the case hanger. Did you get a copy of that where we voted him on the case hanger board?
Because I thought they had something, your address wrong, wasn't it? And we fixed the address on it.
Yeah, so we have to do it twice.
Yeah.
So I know I said it.
Okay. I'll tell you what, just if you could send it over and tag me on it, I'll make sure she gets it too. Oh, no, I'm talking to Kelly. Kelly. She's gonna find it and get it sent back over, because you should have got it. She emailed it over, but anyway.
That's middle now.
Because I wanna make sure that's handled before I leave. Because I want, did you get it handled on trying to get that swapped around to Ryan?
3 or 4 months ago.
Jake here's vice chair. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right, that'd be great. Anyway, I'll get you a copy. She's gonna send you another copy over in the email. And then I'll have one too. And I'll send it. Okay? All right, thank you. Thank you. Axel. Bye.
If she got the check, it should have been there with the check.
That's what
too.
I thought too. I wanted to say that, but that's my opinion. That, nevertheless, give me a copy of it. I'll hand
We'll get it over to her.
I'm not, I tell you what, here's another one. I'm not real crazy. That's just my opinion.
We'll get it there.
I shouldn't say it, but that's just. So, oh,
Ashley needs Jake support to
no,
match.
and I don't know where that she should have got it. Have you got her email address now?
Well, I'm sure I do.
Oh,
I can't get in my email, so I can't tell you that.
You're locked out of emails.
My email's being.
Let me,
Do you have it?
I still got Garmin. I haven't got Ashley's. Son of a fuck. Wait a minute. There's her plan.
I'll get it.
Maybe that's the
Don't
problem.
worry about it. Yeah, it could be.
That could be the problem, I'm not sure. Okay. Do we have anything else? Entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
Motion been made and seconded to adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.